All right, I think we're live. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. If anyone in the chat can hear me, just push one. All right, got a confirmation. Thank you for the confirmation. Welcome back to the Black Brain Trust. This is episode 433, Black Car Talk. Please hit the like button as you come in, share the video if possible, hit that notification bell so you get all the updates from the Black Brain Trust, including those posted on the community tab. Docket in the description beneath the video for you to follow along with. If you want to engage in the discussion, there'll be a link in the chat for you to click on. You click on the link, make sure you raise your hand so that one of us can acknowledge you and advance you to the panel. All right, first item on the docket is from InsideEVs.com. How Neo changed my mind on EV battery swapping. Let's get this up. I've never been a big fan of battery swap for EVs. When Better Place started out, I thought they might have a chance to succeed if they got more than one OEM to buy into it. And if they first concentrated all of their assets in Israel, a relatively small country where they could thoroughly cover the whole country rather easily, they didn't do that either and spread themselves out too thin. So when I heard that Chinese EV startup Neo was going to be offering battery swap services to their customers, I was left scratching my head a bit. It seemed like an enormous investment that attempts to solve problems, long charging times and limited range that are rapidly going away. Back when Better Place started in 2007, there weren't any EVs available to buy, but the ones that were under development, except for the Tesla Roadster, were going to have a sub 100-mile range and take many hours to recharge. Additionally, there was very little data to support the long life for EV battery packs. So buying an EV without really knowing how long the battery would last was a huge gamble. Battery swap location sounded like a viable answer to these issues. In a couple of minutes, you have a fully charged pack, and you could even lease the battery separate from the car, so you never have to worry about needing to be replaced. About it needing to be replaced since you just swap it out for a new one every few days. Interesting. However, in 2020, we now know EV battery packs last a long time when properly cared for. We also have EVs that can go 200 to 300 miles per charge, and EV charging keeps getting faster and faster. Some EVs can DC fast charge at a rate of more than 200 kilowatts, making a 20-minute stop good enough to add 150 plus miles of range. And we're just beginning. Driving ranges are going to continue to get longer, and charging is going to continue to get faster. So why would anyone invest so much money and effort in a technology that will most likely not be needed or possibly obsolete in a few years. A few weeks ago, I traveled to China as a guest of NIO's so I could report on their progress and get a better idea of what NIO was up to these days. One of the things on my list for the trip was to experience their battery swap process and, if possible, chat with NIO customers that use the service. After driving around Beijing for about 50 miles in a NIO ES6 SUV, I headed for a battery swap station in Beijing. I still had more than 100 miles of range remaining, but I wanted to experience the battery swap process, so we asked Nomi, NIO's in-car virtual assistant, to navigate us to the nearest facility. Upon arrival, I parked my car outside the station and NIO employee backed the vehicle into the bay. There was also a garage door on the back of the station, so in some locations, the driver pulls in and then backs out when the swap is finished. I noticed that the swap station looked like a temporary structure, not something permanently built on site, so I asked about it. I found out that was exactly the case. These stations are designed to be moved from location to location if necessary. They can be assembled on site very quickly, and a new location can be up and running in a couple of days if the state-owned power utility does their hookup quickly. If NIO sees that a particular location isn't being utilized enough, they can pack it up and drop it down in another parking lot where they expect utilization to be better. If a location is being overutilized, then they can simply drop another swap station off next to the one they have and double their capacity, provided they have enough space available.
So, Mike, is this kind of like a mobile power wall / battery swap station type of thing?
It just sounds to me like it's like a disaster relief site in a crisis zone where they tear it down and build it back up in just a few hours.
Right, like a temporary building. This a picture of that right there?
Yeah. It looks like a back of a truck, kind of like
Night Rider. Yeah.
With my battery, while my battery was being swapped, which took a little under 6 minutes, another NIO owner stopped by to swap their battery. I introduced myself and asked if they minded me asking them some questions, and they obliged. They told me they wouldn't have bought the car if NIO didn't have this battery swap service. They don't have the ability to charge at home, so they rely entirely on public charging, and there aren't enough high-speed public chargers yet. Therefore, owning an EV wouldn't be convenient if they couldn't swap the battery.
I like it.
Plus, it's a free service for NIO customers, so they knew they wouldn't have to pay anything for fuel as long as they owned the car, and that was a big incentive. The next day, we traveled to Shenzhen to attend NIO Day, an annual event that celebrates the brand. At this year's NIO Day, CEO William Li introduced NIO's next offering, the EC6, as well as the redesigned ES8 SUV, and announced that NIO would soon be offering a 100 kilowatt battery pack on all of their vehicles, in addition to the 70 kilowatt hour and 84 kilowatt hour packs currently available. There were around 8,000 people in attendance, most of which were NIO customers. Notable about the packs is that they are all the same physical size and need to be so. They are interchangeable for the battery swap system. Also, as mentioned, NIO customers that have the 70 kilowatt pack can swap it for another 70 kilowatt pack for free. But if they want an 84 kilowatt pack for a long trip, for instance, they can rent it for $10 per day. I'm sure the 100 kilowatt pack will be available also, but the rental fee has not yet been announced. The next day, I visited a NIO store and had the chance to sit down with about a dozen NIO owners and chat with them about the brand. Think of a large Tesla store, the cars on display on the ground level with a large second floor that has a coffee bar and a lounge and a play area for children. Access to the second floor is restricted to only NIO owners. It's like a private club. Interesting. So I sat down with about a dozen NIO owners and asked them about the owner's experience, why they chose NIO and what they thought about Tesla, etc. Every person I spoke to brought up the battery swap and how much better it made the ownership experience. Many of them said they wouldn't have gotten an EV if the battery swap wasn't part of it. They either were too concerned about the time it would take to charge, or worried about if after a few years the range would have degraded too much. With battery swap, you never have to worry about the battery degradation because you just get a new battery. NIO checks the state of health of the batteries when they recharge them at the swap stations, and if they diagnose an issue, they take the pack out of the service and repair it. In China, no one owns land, and very few people live in private homes except those that live way out in the rural areas. In cities where most of these cars are, everyone lives in large apartment buildings. Very few of these have on-site EV charging. So owning an EV means you need to rely on public charging infrastructure. So it's easy to understand why charging is a major concern for potential EV owners. In addition to approximately 125 battery swap stations, NIO is also building out a network of high-speed superchargers. I learned that all DC fast chargers are referred to as superchargers in China, unlike the rest of the world where only Tesla high-speed chargers are called that. Has this experience changed my mind on battery swap? Well, yes and no. I still don't think it's necessary or a good investment for the US or Europe. The driving range on EVs is getting longer and longer, and charging times are getting shorter and shorter. That alone is enough to make battery swap something that might only be useful for another 4 or 5 years. However, for NIO, battery swap working, NIO is using the service as an effective tool to sell their cars, kind of like how Tesla offered unlimited free charging or supercharging in their first few years of Model S sales. With NIO, you never have to pay to charge your car. Refueling only takes 6 minutes, and there's no concern that the battery will degrade over years.
I like that that angle that NIO takes. It's also a good bridge into a more stabilized charging infrastructure. It really does sort of allay that what they call it, mileage fear or something, whatever they call it.
You're talking about range anxiety.
Range anxiety, right? If you know there's just a place you just pop into real quick, 6 minutes, boom, battery charge, in and out. It's a good move, man. I like that idea.
Yeah, personally, I can see NIO phasing out battery swap in 6 or 7 years when their supercharger network is more robust and their cars all go 300 plus miles per charge. Additionally,
I was just saying that. Yeah.
Additionally, there's a push to improve EV charging at residential apartment buildings, so that will help to release some of the stress on the need for battery swap. China is currently a high competitive market for electric vehicles, and NIO is selling more than a car. They are selling an ownership experience that they believe is better than their competition, which of course includes Tesla. Currently, I see the battery swap is an integral part of the NIO's ecosystem. After visiting NIO, speaking with their customers, and using one of their battery swap stations, I came away with a newfound respect for this service. It just works. Yeah, I think that in the United States, infrastructure is very, very slow to turn around. The only reason Tesla is able to get it up because that's the only thing Tesla had to worry about. But when you start talking about public charging stations, all of them are level 1 and level 2 at best. And there are no level 3s and level 4s that are going to come on board anytime soon. Not in this decade, I can tell you that much. Most of your parking garages are level 2. Most of your homes are level 1s. You know, maybe maybe a battery swap might make sense on something like an 18-wheeler. But when you think about the time, this is 6 minutes. An SUV, let's take a Cadillac Escalade that has 24 gallons.
Yeah.
That takes about 8 minutes to fill.
Yeah.
From empty to full. That takes about 8 minutes to fill.
Mm-hmm.
6 minutes for a battery swap, I don't see how that's a big deal.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think it's a good bridge. I think that's a real good strategy, bridgeway into full charging infrastructure, right? If you can provide a service where you're the 6 minute charge in this scenario is just coming through a battery swap, right? But in the future, you won't have to do that anymore. Your 6 minute charge will literally be a 6 minute charge. So that you're kind of getting your expectations fulfilled now, just in a different method, and then they'll just basically phase the new method in. So it's something they can offer to their customers right now. Nobody else can. Rapid charging, technically speaking.
Yeah. We got people in the. You should have advanced some complex.
I didn't even see it, man. But my bad, I'm over small.
That's cool. Let's get Ty City's opinion on this.
What's up, fellas?
Yo.
Yeah, man. I mean, this whole battery thing was like my main issues with the EV sector. Now that I see that, you know what I'm saying, things getting worked out, man, it's look like it's progressing pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would say that it might be in the United States, because there's just so many nuances in culture. It might make a lot of sense for truck drivers, though. Truck driver pulls over at a rest stop. I don't know how long does a truck driver lay over for?
Well, they have to be off the road for a certain amount of time because it's required.
Okay.
So I mean,
let's say it takes 90 minutes at best, 4 hours.
I think you need I think you need 8 hours in between shifts.
Okay. That's more than enough time to swap out a battery on a truck.
Oh yeah. I was asking Buddy about the stock. He says it's a pretty good stock to buy and hold. This Neo. Is it American?
No, it's Chinese, right?
No, it's Chinese.
So are they trading on the
New York Stock Exchange?
Yeah.
They could be.
And it might be now. I think we covered an article last month or so that said they went public.
Right.
Oh wow. Yeah, I might have to get in on some of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be checking Robinhood.
And it doesn't look like a bad vehicle either. It looks like a typical European. Yeah, it looks like a European vehicle.
Yeah.
It's like that Lamborghini Urus, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Whoa, come on, Zone. Let's not do that.
Almost. You can't have exactly because copyright laws.
Kind of has a Renault front end.
Yeah, it's more like a Citroen.
Citroen, yeah, French, yeah.
Yeah, but it does have a European look to it.
Yeah.
I'm just not feeling those wheels. Look like they came from AutoZone.
I don't like squared off wheel arches.
Yeah, I think that's tacky.
Yeah, it does kind of throw the geometry off, man. I've never been a fan of that. Even with like some of the TCR cars, I'm like, redesign that, please. Get a little more curvature.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The interior looks pretty decent. I mean, I guess that's the way electric cars are going to be going forward. Not really much not really much going on in the inside anyways, because since everything's pretty much no transmission, no center shaft, anything like that. You don't have to worry about the console being bulging and stuff like that.
I think we'll see. I really, you know what, man? Let me go ahead inside. I'm gonna blow this real quick, and then I'm gonna head inside. Maybe I can get some. Well, no, we're gonna. Maybe I'll just showcase some stuff. But the thing about it is that there's way more radical designs that have been designed off of this platform. I guarantee it. We're not ready. We're not ready for the design elements that we could actually implement on an electrified platform, because underneath that shell, it is literally flat. There is no transmission tunnel. There's nothing. You see, so it lends for very extreme external designs. We saw it with the Cybertruck.
Yeah, especially the type position.
Right. So I think what it is just right about now we have to kind of see. So like something like this, it'll just have like a real sort of a real kind of like new age aura to it, like the Teslas do, because it's quiet, it's LED lighting everywhere. So everything's very soft. There's no vibration in it.
Yeah.
You know, so like there's a we identify with the look of this car because it looks like, you know, modern SUVs to a large extent, right?
Yeah, cookie cutter.
Right, but the experience is going to be completely different. Now, once you've gotten acclimated to the experience, now we can go ahead and start to push the envelope with regards to visual styling cues. That's kind of how the EV market has to play this. They can't get too Tesla just said "fuck y'all" and they went there with the Cybertruck. Ty, you know, you and I talked about it. Tesla was like, you know, we tired of playing with y'all.
Yeah, they took it there.
Yeah, they did.
You know
they
what?
Really
But I'll give you this, bro. I'm already over the big screen in the middle, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I'm already over it, bro. We got to get we got to get a new design cue for that, man. It's almost like Pimp My Ride type vibes.
Yeah. That is ill. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Look at that. Just drop it right out. You know, Mike, we had shown this video before, but on a previous car chat, but the Seat Cupra TCR team,
Yeah.
you know the EV, they have an electric race car variant of the TCR Cupra.
Yeah.
And they show them doing the exact same thing, dude, just basically dropping the battery out the bottom, just like that. They raise the car up on jacks, and then they just unbolt it, boom, drop the battery out, and then they have this jack that's designed specifically for the battery, right? They just jack it right back. Dude, think about it like a pit stop. EV car comes in, dude. They unjack. They have these they have mil spec electrical harnesses, right? So they just basically pop the little grommet on it, boom, boom, right? Unplug the battery. They unbolt 4 bolts, right, on each corner. They jack the car up, drop the battery down, put the new one up, bolt it back in, mil spec harness, boom, fire it back up and go. So this is how, yeah, looking at this is exactly how Seat designed their shit for their electric race car.
Yeah, but yeah, in all actuality, this is this is the way forward. If you're talking about fast charge times, you can either wait to go find a level 3, or you do something like this.
Do something like this right here. And you know what else is funny? That looked like a robotic machine that just did that. Was there a human operating that?
No, initially I thought there was going to be a human involved in all of this. I thought there was like
okay, so you noticed that too?
Yeah.
A modern day battery swapping machines, just like those modern day car wash machines.
Right. What if it did both, like at the same time? Yeah, look at that. That's a machine. That's automated.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
guess it would
just
have to be in order to get it right every single time, right?
right.
I mean, you go
Because
to
well, it's on. Look, it's on. It look at the machine is on like a track. You see it?
Mhm.
See how it comes in and out? It pivots. So the car comes in, it lines up, and the machine kind of gets centered. And yeah, look at that. There's no one there.
I assume there has to be one person there because there's hats and gloves there.
I, that's literally for
That,
the one
that
guy
that's
who
for the
just
guy to hit the. That's for the guy to
yeah
hit the button.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
This is like
yeah.
one guy.
OSHA has something to say about that. So
Well, it's China, so OSHA doesn't apply.
probably more like oh shit. So
Oh shit.
I mean, yeah, it's on that side right there. Uh, it says no camera. You see the
well,
sign to
they
the
don't want
left?
you taking any footage. Most places are like that now.
What's the other sign next to it?
No food, no drink.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it must be a high, it must be a lot of electronics going on in there, high voltage. So they probably, don't want anything going on up in there.
Yeah.
But based on the blue parts, it says that humans must have protection, safety gear.
That shit is dope.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, you could literally design something like that at these old gas stations, that closed down during the 2008 crisis and convert them over. All your infrastructure is there. 80% of your infrastructure is there. The 20% is just swapping it out for automation.
I would even say because that literally looks like a almost like a container almost like that housing there.
It's a dual. It'll be like dual, either 2 or 3.
Right. So I mean that's just something where, like you said, man, you just retrofit this shit to like a shut down or shuttered gas station and stuff. Or you build like you might build maybe like a partial closure variant of this type of thing, and then maybe sublet like a piece of a pre-existing gas station, so you have this type of charging capabilities, and I mean there's so many ways to kind of flip this.
Or even, yeah, even when those Jiffy Lube
Right.
oil change places, where they have like 8 bays set up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you like that dude. If somebody at Jiffy Lube was listening, I don't know.
Well, they would have to go out of business at some point because they can't change oil.
Well, that's what I'm saying, dude. It's like, okay, either that or they adjust their business model to incorporate this shit. So they take 2 bays, right?
Yeah.
And then they do this in them, and if need be, they transition over and then retrain their technicians and mechanics to service electric vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you fucking pivot a business over into this type of environment. How you roll over from the old paradigm into the new using pre-existing infrastructure. That's I'm like, that shit's brilliant right there. That bridges the gap, dude, a lot.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of opportunity that can come out of this industry 4.0. So
Real shit, man.
all right. This one is from freightwaves.com. CES 2020, Kenworth quietly reveals autonomous truck. Watertight City is invested in this. Test results, not fanfare, top priority in preparing for entry into level 4 fray. Let me explain this out.
So, with this, is it EV? Because it looked like the grill looked like it still would facilitate a radiator.
I don't know. The headline said it was.
Kenworth Truck Company skipped the fanfare in debuting its proof of concept level 4 autonomous truck at CES 2020 because the PACCAR Incorporated brand is focused on learning what to expect from an automated driving. we have a pretty good plan, and it's going to take a lot of validation work. Once we get into the point where it can run hands off, and we're confident of it. Brian Lindgren, Kenworth Research and Development Director, told FreightWaves. Doing all the validation work is going to be a couple of years to prove in different situations that you can't always foresee when you're designing. The conventional body T680 with all chrome grille and headlamps set low over curved wheel flares appears little change from its diesel-powered origin. Light detecting and ranging LiDAR units affixed to the additional exterior mirrors are one of the noticeable exterior additions. Let me see. Yeah, they just popped those on there. I guess that's a good place to put it, though. That's actually what up the top, too, here. Right above the mirror.
Okay, I see it.
Yeah. At CES in Las Vegas, Kenworth protected the interior from prying eyes by privacy glass and locked doors. There's a lot of racks for hardware in there, Lindgren said. 5 computers host software and feedback control logic for actuation, recorded up to 1 terabyte of data per hour of driving. Damn. A global navigation satellite system with an inertial measurement unit combined with LiDAR point cloud on a high definition map provides location accuracy to within a centimeter. We're using this as a test bed to try out different sensors in LiDAR, Lindgren said. 3 LiDARs from 2 different suppliers, 6 radars, 6 cameras since the 6 cameras sense the surrounding road environment and feed fusion algorithms in the perception stack to identify and track objects. Mechanical modifications include redundant steering torque overlay system and upgraded high capacity alternator and high fidelity electronically controlled air braking system and rear seats in the place of a sleeper berth to accommodate engineers for ride-alongs. A year ago at CES, autonomous startup Too Simple showed a similarly equipped truck, which is now running revenue-generating routes with a safety driver in the U.S. Southwest. Daimler Trucks North America is testing its Level 4 Freightliner Cascadia on public roads in Virginia near Torque Robotics, 13-year-old software provider it purchased in March 2019 to speed its readiness for automated trucking. We're learning about how to do autonomous trucks, said Lindgren, who separately oversees Kenworth's partnership with Toyota Motor Corp in the development of 10 Class 8 hydrogen fuel cell electric trucks. We're doing a lot of autonomous software development ourselves. We're also having others do software development for us so it gives us a chance to learn about that too, he said. A day before Kenworth's quiet reveal at CES, German supplier ZF Frenchtefan said it would provide a fully autonomous system for unidentified commercial vehicle customer by 2025. There is a lot of development that is happening in the automotive industry overall that is accelerating some of this, Lindgren said. Not all of it is really built for heavy trucks. It doesn't have the kind of longevity and durability that we need. But Lindgren said 2025 is a reasonable time frame for autonomous trucks to be on the road and operating in a terminal environment. 2025. We're pushing both so they could come together at the same time, he said. He discounts remote controlled driverless trucks like those promoted by Starsky Robotics and Stockholm, Sweden-based Enride. There will be a lot of telemetries so the home office knows where it is, Lindgren said. Will somebody be watching a screen and piloting? I don't see that happening. Certainly you can do that, but I don't know if that is where the gains will be. Interesting. What's your take on Kenworth, Todd City?
Well, I don't know really, man. It looked like it looked like it still will have the diesel engine in it. You know what I'm saying? Like the design of the truck should have changed drastically.
Well, it looks like they're using this as a test bed, right? For the telemetry, but when it comes to their partnership with Toyota, it sounds to me like they're going to go full electric or fuel cell. So it sounds like this is just testing this is just recording data. A terabyte of data is a lot of data.
Yeah, I mean, I told y'all what the Qualcomm system's doing.
Yeah, speak to that.
Yeah, so the Qualcomm's already taking tons of data, you know what I'm saying, already, and sending it back for it to be analyzed.
Mhm.
So, I mean, a terabyte, they might be trying to catch up.
Well, there's a variety of ways they can go about this. You collect the data now, and then you pump that data into a lake, and then you start to siphon it out. Well, not siphon it out, but try to leverage a
Couldn't
data scientist to actually correlate all that data, and then use that to start building algorithms.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Couldn't they just buy data from companies that's been already collecting data already for the last 5 years?
It might be different for what they're trying to do. Plus, some of that data might be outdated, right? Just what they call stale data.
Right.
So you need
Okay,
something
yeah.
that's fresh and fresh for processing.
Yeah, Qualcomm said that they process 10,000 avoided accidents a day.
Avoided accidents?
Avoided accidents, yeah, like prevented accidents a day, 10,000.
That's
That's a
crazy.
lot.
Yeah, I can imagine so many people trying to cut these trucks off while they're on the road and whatnot. Not really much you can do.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They already taken data from uh, blind blind side detection and stuff like that, driver inputs, and that all that data is just. I mean, when they roll out fully autonomous stuff, it won't be that much. That's it. It's gonna be it's gonna be easy for them.
There's a lot of opportunity. Hey, Daddy. You big data guys. They said they need help. In the article it says that some people are doing some things and then they have to get help from some others in terms of processing data and writing code. We just had a live stream earlier talking about software engineering. For people coming home from incarceration. So a lot of this stuff is going on.
They said that they have a driver sitting there just looking at a screen.
No, they said that it may not be feasible to actually have a remote piloted truck. So somebody sitting in an operations center with computer screens up, looking at multiple trucks on the road.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
Take control over it.
Okay.
I mean, what's the point of having artificial intelligence if you still need a human at that level?
Right.
So that becomes important. But this is, this is the way the market is going, and I think a lot of people are missing out on this. At least our people are missing out on this sort of development. Guys like Rich Tesla, he's ahead of the game, man. Taking apart these Teslas and dismantling them and putting them back together. He's light years away ahead in the game from an independent point.
Hey guys, what's up? I just got in, man. I got a bad cold too, man. I was gonna hang out tonight.
Hey, man, what's going on, Nagone?
What's
What's
going on, fellas, man? What's going on, man? My nose all clogged. It's terrible. It's snowing out here, man. We're paying all this money up in here, and these guys don't even have the damn streets. Got snow up in here, car over here spinning like a CD and shit. It's just ridiculous, man. It's just ridiculous.
I was just out there. I had to pull in, man. Took me a few tries to get up in my driveway, but I got up in it.
Nah, man. I mean, I'm coming up in here, man. I'm sitting there saying, what is this? What am I, North Pole or what? What's up?
Been down fast too. It's not coming down slow.
So I mean, it stops, but it's the worst. But I was watching this program. I actually Frontline, which is a pretty good program, Frontline.org. They had one on the future of AI. I don't know if you guys saw that. It came out November 20th, 2019.
Yep.
Comprehensive, highly butter-laid.
Yeah.
They talked about autonomous vehicles. They talked about trucks. They really got into the whole thing. They got all into that. So I know, Mike, if you've seen it, you could sit down and say, I suggest that you people pull it up, frontline.org.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. Pull it right up and take a look at the November 20th, 2019 edition on AI. And wow, they broke it down. I mean, they broke it down to stuff that we've already talked about, but they broke it down to the nth degree. It was very good. Yeah, Michael Kirk and the crew over there did a fabulous job.
Yeah, they break it down from an academic standpoint and from an industrial standpoint. We kind of look at just the articles, but they really go in depth on it. So it is worth a watch. Can anybody hear me?
Yeah, Mike, I can hear you.
Yeah, go ahead, Mike. What's going on, Complex and the rest of the crew? What's going on, man? Is that Ty City back there?
What's going on, Nagone?
What's going on? What's going on, man?
There is no debate.
There is no debate.
No debate. No debate.
That'd be, man, every time Ty do that, man, he have me howling, bro. Oh my God.
Hey, fellas,
I wish the goal would be there whenever these instances happen, bro, so he can say it himself, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I need the soundbite. That's what I need.
I don't want to sidetrack real quick, but y'all want some debate, and some brother got mad at somebody else, and I put a hot one in you. When I saw here, brother, somebody they gonna put hot lead in somebody over something. I'm like, I think I'm
Or they order
hey,
to go after.
But I'm out though.
But I'm out though. But I'm out though. When guys start saying, "I'm gonna put a hot one in you," I'm out though. I'm out though.
There is no debate.
There is no debate. There is no debate. And when people start getting it's pretty ridiculous to the sublime, I gotta go. I'm out though.
Yeah.
I'm out though. But I'm out though. So anyway, that's about it, man. Oh wow. Oh man.
Jibba Jabba in the chat has a question. He says, "How are these autonomous rigs running in the sloppy snow without the human factor?" So that's something that we covered probably a couple of live streams ago. They have not tested them in inclement weather, and that's a part of the issue. So a lot of the testing has been done in one season, and that's it. And that's part of the issue. But I know some companies have sent their trucks up to sent their test rigs up to Russia. Russia has allotted I think like a whole entire town for autonomous development. And this is with snow. We covered this early last year, around this time. And that Russia has actually, the Russian Federation has allotted towns that are practically empty, probably in Chernobyl or something like that, for autonomous vehicle testing. if your vehicle crashes, man, you have to go pick it up yourself, man. leave it at your own risk, man. Fucking autonomous vehicles with radiation on it and shit. All right,
they did a horror movie. They did a horror movie, Chernobyl. So I don't know if you saw that, but they did a horror movie. That was really creepy too. So
yeah, it's funny, but they're seeing animals walk around in Chernobyl now. This is as of recent.
Yeah,
foxes and squirrels and birds and stuff. Just nothing wrong.
Well, their generation time is very fast, so they could probably mutate to some of this pretty quickly and be able to process some of this stuff. But humans, since we live a lot longer and we don't generate as quickly, our generation time is not as fast. So it would hit us a lot harder.
Yeah.
But I'm out though.
All right, let me get to this next one from KoreaHerald.com. Level 3 autonomous car to be sold in South Korea from July. Oh, this is really small. South Korea will allow car makers to sell a vehicle with basic level 3 self-driving technology in the domestic market from July, the Transport Ministry said Sunday, claiming that the country is the first to adopt safety standards for the limited self-driving vehicle. The government has adopted a set of safety standards required for level 3 autonomous vehicle with the lane keeping assist function to run on a highway or motorway, according to the Ministry of Land, Infrastructure and Transport. What a title. Car makers are now obliged to manufacture autonomous vehicles according to the standards if they want to sell them in the local market. Lee Dong-woo, an official of the Advanced Vehicle Technology Department at the ministry, said over the phone. Under the initial standards, the level 3 autonomous car, which is capable of keeping the lane in highways and designated areas of motorways, demands the driver to intervene to change the lane, and the level 3 car's self-driving platform is required to send an alert to the driver in case of a possible frontal collision or other emergencies on the road, the statement said. Hyundai Motor Corporation, Kia Motor Corporation, BMW, and Mercedes-Benz are expected to launch an autonomous vehicle with level 3 technology in the first half of 2021. A level 3 car, if fully equipped, will allow lane changes and other autonomous driving functions to work without intervention by the driver. Hyundai Mobis, a key affiliate of Hyundai Motor Group, has been conducting a motorway test of level 3 technology in its M-Billy autonomous car since last year in South Korea, the US, and Europe. Since level 3 cars are only good for limited self-driving, the driver must be available to take control of the car if the need arises. The ministry plans to gradually adopt additional safety standards required for a level 3 car to change the lane without the driver's intervention after consulting with Working Party 29, a working group composed of government officials, car makers, and experts from around the world under the United Nations Economic Commission for Europe, the ministry officials said. The time frame for the adoption of further standards for autonomous lane changes has not been fixed yet, he said. Adding South Korea consulted with the UNEC's working group to introduce the standards for the level 3 car with a lane keeping function. There are 5 levels of driving automation defined by the U.S. Society of Automotive Engineers International, SAE. Hyundai Mobis introduced a level 4 self-driving automation technology in its concept M-Vision at the annual Consumer Electronics Show, the world's biggest consumer technology focused conference held in Las Vegas last year. At level 4, a vehicle can drive itself under limited conditions and will not operate if all required conditions are not satisfied. At level 5, a vehicle's automated driving features can drive under any conditions. Hyundai Mobis plans to promote its fully autonomous Envision-esque concept in a hydrogen fuel cell electric system for hydrogen-powered vehicles at CES. Hydrogen fuel cell electric system. So this is like the third time we've seen this on an article just this week alone. And I'm wondering, have we done enough analysis or even a primer on hydrogen fuel cell technology? Because we talk about lithium ion and lithium polymer stuff, but we have not really delved into hydrogen fuel cells. So I know Toyota and BMW were working on something before. I'm not sure where they are now in the process, but
Yeah, there's a lot of what you're doing is you're just basically adding another energy format to the mix. And Toyota has patents on a fuel cell technology that to my understanding is largely far more developed than most major automotive manufacturers. I think you're saying BMW has something, maybe similar along the similar lines, but Toyota is the first to not only just have the mechanism in place, but hell, they've even got vehicles in production, and they're really just looking to try to expand it. But that it's like a catch-22, right? Like you can't be the only player in the game and think you're going to create a monopoly. But then at the same time, you're going to compete with what is the major market share. You know what I mean? You're basically just a one player. It's a game with one player in it, basically. You're kind of like the king of your own castle. You really don't have much of a monopoly in place. So, that's kind of where it's at. And then at the same time, you have that in contrast with just full on electric. So I think there's energy platforms competing against one another as well.
yeah, I think in the car segment it might be a little bit more difficult, but in the commercial transport segment, that starts to change.
Right. Hey, Mike. So when we after we finish out the docket, what I'll do is I'll just kind of show some sketch designs and stuff of the EV project, but we'll actually do kind of like a build an EV for the hangout that you're going to schedule.
Okay.
We'll do that part, but I'll just show some sketches and shit though.
Okay. All right. Next one is from Motor1.com. 2021 Ford Bronco spy photos show a boxy body for the first time. It looks like a Mercedes G-Wagon if it was to be confused with something.
It's a lowercase G-Wagon.
Yeah. Maybe Warren G.
Warren G-Wagon.
The upcoming 2021 Ford Bronco has to be one of the most anticipated new models set for unveiling this year. Ford confirmed the model back at the 2017 auto show, Detroit Auto Show, and numerous spy photos since then have stupid words coming in have shown the Bronco in the early stages of development. But today, new spy photos show a Bronco that's much further along in the development process. While there's plenty of camouflage hiding the SUV's true design, the boxy shape is undeniably Bronco-like. The square design is difficult to miss, though there's plenty of padding and disfiguring much of the design underneath. The roof looks especially bulky, possibly hiding the long-rumored removable roof panels. Padding at the front and rear hide the finer details of the Bronco's upright design. Without a clear picture of the front, it's difficult to determine if the Bronco headlight photo leaked at the end of last month's matches. However, they appear similar. The boxing design gives the Broncos short front and rear overhangs, which will appeal to off-road enthusiasts. Ford's been adamant since the announcing the Broncos' return that the new one would be a real no-compromise off-road vehicle capable of keeping up with the likes of the Jeep Wrangler and Toyota 4Runner. The spy photos show a spare tire on a swing gate that sits between what looks like production-ready taillights and plenty of ground clearance too. Look at the photos real quick. It's kind of hard to really pinpoint what chassis, what platform is this coming off of. I don't know if this is a Ford Raptor or it can't be a Ford Explorer. It's got to be something a lot more 4x4 than that.
Do you remember that one kind of weird, strange, boxy SUV they had?
Oh, you mean the Ford Flex?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just like what a taller cab or something.
Nah, this is because they already tested this off road in the desert.
It can't. It's got to look way different than this, bro.
No. This is they got the Parisian cow stuff going on around on it, part of it, and no, this isn't. This is a test vehicle.
It can't look nothing like that, bro. Not
No,
even the
it's
shape.
not gonna.
It won't sell.
No, you never. No, you never seen those. No, I don't think that's what it's gonna look like.
No, I mean the Wrangler sells nonstop.
Yeah, but that's more like a traditional. It's nothing like forward thinking about that. I look at something like the FJ, you know.
But that got pretty quickly.
Like that was just I don't know. I have to wait to see the real thing first.
And the fact that it's four-door kind of takes away from the classic 95 Bronco that OJ had.
Yeah, even the smaller little Bronco too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I'm not 100%, convinced about, this new Bronco, unless it looks like the Ford, the 1995 Bronco. Not feeling it, man. That Bronco is classic, man.
You mean the OJ Bronco?
Yeah, if you look that up on Craigslist or any of these other sites, people want a high dollar for that thing.
Yeah, even the little ones are popular. The ones that was built on the Ranger platform are popular.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of weird as to what chassis they're using. The video we covered before. It was in the off-road and it was dominating pretty well for what it was. It was stripped down and kind of put together for that purpose. But for what they're testing right here, this is not the business, man. This looks like Ford's version of a Wrangler.
I don't think that's gonna be what it's gonna look like.
No, it's gonna be boxy. It's gonna be boxy. So that part we know. But what features are they gonna add to the boxiness? Is it gonna have that squinty look with the LEDs, or is it going to look like the Ford Flex? Is it going to, it's got to be four-wheel drive.
Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing a lot of Ford Flex cues, but more utilitarian. So we're kind of taking a little bit of Jeep. We're going. I really hope we're doing something with that front end, though. I really hope we're doing something with that front end.
It looks like a Wrangler. I mean, not a Wrangler. It looks like a G-Wagon.
I really hope we're doing something with that front end. Holy shit!
That's all. Padding and whatnot.
Let's hope. Yeah. Let's hope. I mean, like I said, I would have to see it with the actual body panels, like the Parisian cowl stuff, along with the wrapped roof line and rear quarter panels. We don't know yet. I mean, I don't know. It looks interesting. That's what I mean. It's look. I mean, look at it. It looks utilitarian. It looks like it could be something. Like a legit. I mean, like you said, G-Wagon, but electric. It has to just look good. I like the design of it. It looks like it has utility to it.
Yeah, it has a lot of ground clearance too.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Look at the wheel. Look at the wheel arcs, right? So a lot of suspension.
It can't be a 4-door.
Look,
Yeah.
a lot. Wait, you said what?
It can't be a 4-door.
It can't be a 4-door?
Yeah, it just can't be a 4-door, bro.
A Bronco typically is always a 2-door lift gate.
Yeah, I think this is going to be obviously it is a 4-door, and it's going to have to be because of the battery platform.
And nobody buys 2 doors too.
Right.
Well, that's to be debated because even Jeep still sells 3-door Wranglers. So,
well, I mean, but I mean, the thing is, that's kind of like a Jeep mainstay, right? I think for Ford, this is because I think they probably have a number of cars off of this one platform here. So you're gonna have to maximize.
yeah.
Well, look how forward thinking that what was that, the Mach E or whatever they was doing?
Yeah, that was the Ford Mustang Mach-E.
Right, they could have built the Bronco off of something like that.
Yeah, a Bronco too, right? The Junior, right?
Yep.
Yeah, this doesn't. See, when
I don't know. I hope it look way different than this.
It's gonna look different than this.
Well, see, but when you mess with heritage, man, that doesn't work all that well.
Well, I think Ford is pretty much destined to mess with their entire heritage. They started with the Mustang. Now they've gone over to the Bronco. Like I said, for me the jury's still out. I got to actually see the actual full concept.
Yeah,
I've seen cars like this before where they really just have patchwork, but I'm not going to judge it based on this.
no, definitely, but it does have the boxy shape. So I'm just saying that the OJ95 Bronco, man, that's what people want. People want that, man. That's the same thing what happened with the GM and the Humvee. Not the Humvee, the Hummer. And they came out with that H3. That shit was trash. Nobody wanted that.
I mean, even looking at this, like the wheelbase even look like it's too long.
Yeah, it's just really clumsy looking.
God damn, I'm really trying to give this. You guys just all right.
Yeah, it's really clumsy looking.
I believe,
like I said, that cannot be it.
You know what it resembles? The Jeep Nitro.
Okay, yeah. Actually, I see it.
Or the Jeep Commander.
I see that. I see a lot of that in this.
Yep.
Everything except Bronco.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Damn.
There's nothing heritage about it. When they did the remakes of the Mustangs, they tried to go back and try to add retro design to it. Why wouldn't they do the same thing to a Bronco?
Yeah, but it's going to be electric, right? So people are going to just think it's.
This is not going to be electric. This is not going to be electric.
Oh no, this is not going to be electric. Okay.
The Mustang electric, but
right.
It's not going to be electric. This is a big V8. This is something or the V6 Ecotec. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they got to do something about that front end.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. That I don't know if this is off the same platform as a Raptor. Could potentially be. But let's look at the 95 Bronco, because I think people who may be watching this and kind of confused about what we're talking about.
Yeah. Check out all you do, or just Google white Bronco. I'll never forget that day, man. Out here in LA, dude, that was hilarious.
What, did you know him or something?
Dude, I think I was at work. I was like 18 or something like that.
Oh, just for the
And
record, he didn't do it, man. I just want to say, just for the record.
The glove fits though.
What's that?
The glove fits though.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but see, this is a Bronco, man. This is a Bronco. I don't know what anybody else is thinking, man, but this is a Bronco.
No, my neighbor had one just like that, dude. It was great, and like that used to tow their boat, man. We used to roll that thing out to go fishing off Catalina and shit.
Mhm.
That thing, that it was the bomb, dude. It was dope.
Don't even look at the old Broncos. They already out of here. They gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
they
you
need
get-
to make a like 2-door version of Bronco too, not just a 4-door.
That's what I heard initially, but I'm not seeing all the spy photos I've seen. Doesn't look anything like a 2-door.
I mean, it could be just like the Wrangler where they condense it smaller.
I mean, it was this, and it was the Ram Charger.
Yep.
I actually like the Ram Charger.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, that dude, what was that? What was that show from the 80s, man? Huh?
The Fall Guy.
Fall Guy.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that was him who drove one of those Ram.
The
What was
Ram
it called?
Charger.
Ram
Ram
Charger.
Charger.
Yeah.
They look
Yeah.
better. The window go all the way up to the roof.
Oh yeah, you're right about that. But
yo,
you
that Eddie Bauer edition, that two-tone Eddie Bauer edition, though,
yeah.
that's where I'm at with it.
Yeah, they did the Explorer with that one too, with the Eddie Bauer edition.
Yeah.
It was one in here. It had the plastic side runners on it. There it is,
Ooh,
right there.
look at that.
And everybody went out and bought Eddie Bauer gear. I remember that.
Hey, wait, didn't Mercury have like a little minivan? It had like a Nautica version of it.
Yeah, the Nautica series.
Yeah.
Signature seats.
A lot of those things went up in value, man. The Lincoln had the old Lincoln Continental had the Bill Blast.
Oh yeah, they did, huh?
Yeah, it was a lot of old fly shit, man.
They was doing collabos.
It was like dropping mixtapes back then.
Dropping mixtapes, dude, collabos. Damn, that was dope. Look at that, Matte Black, dude. I love me some Matte Black.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Matte
that
Black
looks.
was
Look at
dope.
that. Yeah.
Utility wheels,
Yep.
steel wheels.
Yeah, you can't beat that, man. That's
All business, dude. All business.
yeah. I would need the step boards on the side though.
Yeah, that was dope right there.
Nah, you don't need the steps. You don't need the steps on the side. Come on, man. You like 6'5", bro.
Nah, man. That's for the little puppies, man, to get up in it.
Yeah, that one was dope too. Like the little black and gray tone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the one that
I used to have a radio controlled car that was a Bronco, man.
like a Bronco.
Yeah, it was a Bronco. So
That does look dope. I'm not even gonna front.
it was from Nico.
Oh man, Nico was lit. They still around?
I think they got bought out, man.
Yeah,
Oh, no
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if they're still around. Like you got like new they like the on the RTR side of the game, it's like companies like Red Cat. They're like the new Nikos now. Like I have a touring car, a little 10 scale RC car, one of theirs. It's dope. It's pretty dope, dude.
Yeah, that was Ty City's favorite one right here.
Man,
The hell is that? The Land Shark?
Yeah, it was their version of the fast tracks that Tyco had.
Oh my gosh.
yeah, Nico had a whole bunch of like different kind of like weird RC car stuff.
I'm not sure if they were Taiwanese though. I think that might have been the deal. They might have been Taiwanese.
Were they Taiwanese?
I think so.
See, I would get these and I would just, man, I would tear these things up, bro.
Man, I had one Nico buggy, and then what was the turbo hopper? You guys
Yeah.
remember that one?
That was a Tyco.
A Tyco, right? My brother had that one. I had a Nico buggy, and then we was like, you know what, man? Like we trying to go racing for real. And then after that, dude, it was like
Oh man, look at that.
it was like associated
maroon-
kits.
that remote is so old school, bro.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
you got to push it diagonally. It had the gate shift,
yeah.
dog leg paddle for shifting.
And then they had
Yeah,
like a little mode where like if you could like pop it over to the side, and then they had like a turbo mode, a turbo version of it.
Yep.
So you had like your regular speed, and then you pop it over, and it goes up a little bit more, so you get a little
yeah,
bit
Radio
more.
Shack was like that. All the Radio
Yeah,
Shack RC cars had the turbo,
the
the up and
little
over.
yeah. Hey, was that a Vanessa's lunchbox, dude?
Are you hungry or something?
No, I'm talking about the RC car, dude.
Yeah, that's the Tamaya.
That's the one. Wait, somebody put tracks on it?
Yeah, it looks like they just swapped the body off.
Oh, they just swapped the body on it. Okay, I had a Vanessa's lunchbox.
Yeah. Yeah, this is like from early 80s. This has got to be like an 83.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I had a that Porsche, the Porsche remote control car from Radio Shack, man.
Oh,
That
I
car was
remember that one,
so
dude.
fast, dog. I love that thing, man.
Low
I
key,
tore that one up too.
Oh,
low key, I still to be on eBay putting his bid in $1.
Yeah, I
I
tried to buy
know.
one a while back, man. And bro, the thing about eBay is, man, you try to get like a steal, dog, and then you realize, man, I really should have just paid what it
Hey,
was worth.
wait. I think I had that one, dude. I had a black one.
Oh yeah.
That's the Nico, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the one. I had that, dude, and it had the little turbo button on it. I had that same one. It was just black. That's the one right there, dude. I had that when I was like 8 years old. Holy shit! Damn. What is
Yeah.
that, like a Cosworth?
Yeah.
Yep, that's what mine looked like right there.
Yeah.
And like it had like lights that would flip up on the top when you threw it in turbo mode.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I had that joint.
Man, what happened, man? RC cars now, man. My brother got an RC car that'll straight do 70 miles an hour, dog. No
Yeah,
problem.
I actually watched videos of dudes who do like top speed runs on them.
Mm-hmm.
And like there's this one called it's called the Arta, it's like I think it's like an eighth scale. And there's this dude, he has one. I mean, dude, he literally has like an aero kit on it and everything. And he's routinely hitting like when he's doing speed trap runs, like 130. I'm just like, dude,
Dude,
130 miles an hour.
I went on tour with Devin the Dude, bro. He is serious about remote control cars, dog.
Yeah. All right, this next one from electric.co. Daimler announces upcoming electric garbage truck. Daimler has announced an upcoming new truck called eSonic or Econic, a garbage truck based on all-electric Mercedes-Benz e-Actros. The German automotive company announced the vehicle today. The Econic will at first be offered in the configuration of 6x2, and is mainly in demand as a waste collection vehicle. Battery electric trucks are very well suited for urban use and waste management due to comparatively short and plannable daily routes of up to 100 kilometers with a high proportion of stop and go in inner city traffic. With an anticipatory driving style, electrical energy can be recovered during braking to charge the battery, which further improves range and efficiency. Never thought about that. Daimler unveiled the e-Actros electric truck back in 2017. It is powered by 2 electric motors with a total power output of 250 kilowatts and powered by 2 battery packs with a 240 kilowatt capacity. We at Daimler Trucks and Buses want to offer all of our new vehicles with CO2 neutral driving operation are main sales regions in 2030 by 2039. With our global platform strategy, we are applying uniform technologies and vehicle architectures also for electric vehicles worldwide. It can accelerate development enormously through synergies. The Econic is based on our eActros, which is already in intensive practical use and will go into series production in 2021. So you have, this is actually the perfect application for an electric truck. A garbage truck that stops pretty frequently does not really need to be charged at all. It actually produces its own energy. Although I would argue that the amount of energy it takes to crush garbage in the back of a truck would probably be pretty draining on the battery itself, I would assume. Can't imagine if your battery runs out and you got trash in the back. That's got to be
That's not going to be cool.
Yeah.
Dude, it's bad, bro. Even the garbage trucks that go to the dealership, I feel bad for the guys who have to work for them, man. They had to work on those things, dog. I almost threw up.
Oh,
They had a contract with the city, bro. Imagine having like 4 or 5 of them lined up for like.
isn't that like a work site hazard thing? You all that like trash juice. You ever see that shit, like trash juice that pours out of the back of a truck?
No, I would assume that they have a contract that come to their site rather than they go to the site itself.
Nah, some of these cities, they buy the equipment and it's still under warranty. They'll send it to the dealership.
Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. Municipal contracts is what you're referring to.
Right.
All right, this one is from Business Insider. The 24 coolest vehicles we saw at CES 2020. Sony Vision. I wonder if there's a PlayStation built inside. You would think they would do something like that.
Well, the steering wheel is a PlayStation controller.
Well, there's a lot of things Sony is known for doing a lot of things, man. Trinitrons and all types of technologies they built in the past.
Well, so they've been real quiet, man. I mean, this is like a pretty good shot out the cannon for Sony, man. Like, do you remember back in the 90s and stuff, dude? Sony was like, it was all about having like a damn Walkman.
Yeah.
You know?
If you couldn't afford a Sony, you got the Iowa.
Got the Iowa. Yep. You know what time it is.
Mm-hmm. No details on this though.
I'll tell you this much. What was we saying Apple should have done?
Mm-hmm.
See, you think the idea that we were putting out here was kind of crazy. Sony was just like, we just might have to do that. This is another one of those instances where missed opportunity. You're looking at it right here. Tech companies.
Don't hold your breath. We don't know yet. We don't know.
Man, I don't have any faith in Apple at this point to do that. Not to do something like this. Nope. They missed their shot, dude. Like Sony, come on, man. I think Sony.
I think they played it safe.
Yeah,
man, look.
Sony in robots, so they probably didn't have that much of a difficulty building the car.
Right, and that's what I'm saying, dude. I think Sony can actually do this pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
They get the right designers on board. I think from the tech side of things, I think Sony can make it happen.
Yeah, Sony's always been known for making robotics and things and automation.
Right.
So, maybe they made the Discman and the Walkman.
Dude, this would be a really dope way for Sony to really come back into prominence, dude. A damn electric car. Man, Apple, they got caught sleeping, bro.
Well, Apple was never known for things like this, though, right?
Man,
They're way out of their scope of responsibilities to their genre, right? If they were going to do a car, it would have to be very, very simplistic, right? If you think about
and that's the thing, man. I think if had Apple committed to it, they could have done it.
well, if you think about the one button click mouse, simplicity, the click the click on the click pad on the original iPod, those are very simplistic things to get done right. But when you start thinking about a car, a vehicle, that's a lot of UX design that has to, be well thought out. That takes years to get done. That takes
Well,
years to get done.
it does, but look, you do like they've done with everything else. You acquire a company that's already done the legwork.
But that doesn't always help, though.
Well, I man, we talked about it before, though, man. It's like that would have been the next logical. Well, if Jobs was still here, trust and believe, man. He wouldn't let Sony do this without Apple having something on the table. I think that's just my thought on that one.
I can see an Apple drone, but not an Apple car. Right? You get inside of a drone, Apple Maps takes you to where you need to go. Siri is talking to you.
Siri, okay, yeah.
That makes sense, right? But a car, there's too much liability involved in that. One accident, and then you got to recall all the other cars, and then it would be too much of a backlash for Apple on that end. Now a drone makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, but you think Sony? You think that scared Sony from doing this right here?
Yeah, but Sony has a lot of experience in working with robotics and
well, that's
vehicle dynamics. So, all right, the Rivian R1T. That's a big trunk.
It's no Cybertruck though.
Yeah. But it has a stupid light bar, just like those.
That light bar is crazy.
Yeah, it looks like those idiots with those F-150s and their stupid trucks and run around being big.
Hey, this one's got the zero turn on it, right?
What does that mean?
I mean, all the wheels turn. You can do a straight 360 turn.
Oh, you mean all-wheel steering?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know that. I didn't know that.
I think I seen that in like a demo they was doing.
I didn't know that. Oh, you got the Bosch IoT shuttle. We just talked about IoT on Thursday, so Ford Mustang Mach-E, we talked about that already. Nissan Ariya concept.
Now that looked like they could get it in production pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks like the one, the Veron. What's it? What is that they call that? It looks like that model that they have.
The Mura.
Yeah, they got something already that looks like that. So this is not like a far departure from anything that they've already made. Looks interesting.
Mm-hmm. Fisker Ocean.
Hey, Ty, did I text that to you?
Not that I know of.
Okay, I thought I may have sent you some on this one, the Fisker Ocean. See if you checked it out.
Bro, Fisker makes me upset. Y'all know that I have a sore spot in my heart for Fisker, man.
That's why I thought I sent you something on this.
Oh my God! Every time I think about Fisker, how cheap it went, man. Good Lord.
Well, that's what happens when you have a black venture capitalist group available, man. They can get on things like that. So,
yeah.
Audi e-tron Sportback Quattro. I don't know much about this.
Looks nice.
Yeah, looks heavy too.
Yeah, it looks real heavy.
Mm-hmm. Audi AI ME.
Now that looks dope.
Yeah, it's based off of the ID3 platform. So
see, that is what an electric car really should look like.
Right, those wheels.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but look at the window lines.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if that would ever pass crash safety standards because of the belt line and all the things that
Mhm.
need to go into the the B pillar and stuff like that.
But man, I would so push something like that.
The ID3 is coming. Yeah, this is based off the ID3, but it's coming.
Yeah.
I think we covered that article the other day. 1.5 million Volkswagen ID3 is supposed to be pushed across all of their brands. So
No, that's what I'm talking about.
Honda,
This fool.
Where the tires?
it rides on air, I guess.
It looks.
How do they even show people stuff like this?
I mean, it looks like a battery operated shaver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like a Norelco, dude.
Blind. Bell helicopter
Bell?
is 4EX.
Electric?
Yeah. This is where it is, man. A drone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see.
Yeah. So Bell and Uber have a partnership to actually launch this by later this year.
Mm.
I'd be interested to see how this works out. It's supposed to be in Dubai. So
Yeah, I know that they had cleared Uber to do some testing of like some drone stuff. Yeah, I haven't heard anything about that. Now for here, like in LA, but I haven't heard anything about it. And something tells me we're not going to see that this year.
Mercedes-Benz Vision AVTR or Avatar. I don't know.
Yeah, I was going to say that's that Avatar inspired car.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't. Yeah.
Mhm. Mercedes-Benz Vision Equus.
Oh, okay. Damn.
Mhm.
That looks butterlaid right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look at the fender and the wheel. I mean, dude, that is some very clean design.
22s on it, I guess.
Yeah, look at just the wheel arc. I mean, look how the wheels fit in there.
That stance.
Yeah.
I think they're picking up on
That
stance.
is
No,
clean. Oh
got like
man.
they got some concave going on too.
I mean, look at the body line. Look, I don't, any women that are listening, and right now, like, don't take it, but that's some Coke bottle. That's got curves right there. You see the concave in between, like at the door, the door panels, they go in and curve back out.
Yeah.
Yeah, real sexy.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all clown me for the illuminated Mercedes-Benz logo, and I see one the other day, and it was on a E63 AMG, and hey, it fit. I seen it. I'm still with it.
Yeah. I'm not feeling it at all, man.
Dude, dog, it fit, bro. It's like I don't know why I looked at it, and for a split second, it looked like it was some rice or shit, but then I was like, it just fit. It just worked. I looked at the whole car and I was like, it is what it is.
Yeah. Toyota e-Palette. So this is another one of those shuttles. I guess it's a kind of cookie cutter design for a lot of companies like Bosch and Toyota. Toyota LQ. Not sure what to think about this.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's like a cyborg Prius. Look at the front end.
Yeah.
The front end looks Prius. The rear end looks like it's been robotized or something. I'm not sure what's going on there. What's going on there?
In the back of this?
Yeah. What's going on there? What is all that?
No stance in the back.
Nah.
I mean, is that's got to be function right there? What I'm looking at.
Well, that's because there's seats back there, right? So the seats are basically sitting on the back wheels.
So what is
So it's
that?
like
What is that? What is that thing covering the wheels? What is that?
It's probably like a skirt. They probably put that on. They probably did some kind of wind tunnel stuff with this one.
Is
They
it,
probably went for aerodynamic.
No, the door extends out because the seat is right there. So you would have to have the body panels would have to align with the door. And so
I'm not really sure what I'm looking at.
yeah, so the door is extended out over the wheel arch itself. The seats are sitting on top of the wheels, basically.
Okay, let's just call it what it is. It's ugly.
Nah, I wouldn't call it ugly.
Man, what the hell is that? Right? That's ugly, man.
Jeep Compass 4XE. So I guess it's an electric version of the Compass. More like a compass.
Compass. Compass.
See, and this, I don't like this kind of stuff, man. Like this don't look like futuristic at all. Like, who cares if it's electric or not?
Wait, what was that? What was that we just looked at?
Chrysler.
Was that what is? Oh my God!
I would say that it's more akin to like a Chrysler version of a DeLorean.
Oh, I mean, why does?
Look at that concave.
Oh, dude, that thing looks like. It looks like something that should be out of Tron, but not really.
I ain't gonna lie, those seats look legit.
Okay, but look, why does it give me the impression that it's supposed to be just a regular four-door sedan, but then again, it's giving me the impression that it's supposed to be something futuristic.
Well, they took the doors off so that you can see the interior, but the other side has the doors on.
Yeah, but look at the front end.
Oh, yeah.
It has look the front end and the front pillar has a very traditional 2-liter 4-cylinder look to it. Why would you make a regular car look like a futuristic electric car?
It looked very body kit like.
Thank you. This is what I'm saying. Look at it.
It looked like Wings West may have helped them out with it.
Don't disrespect Wings West, man. That's OG shit, man. They would never do nothing like this.
Even
your son doesn't like it either.
A Hulk smash.
Renegade 4XE. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. It looks very pedestrian.
That's what I'm saying. Who cares if these are electric or not? What are they doing over there at Chrysler?
Yeah,
that's regular 4XE.
That just looks very regular.
Yeah, but they've electrified the Wrangler. That's something new.
Yeah.
If you're going off road, it would suck to run out of battery. You on rock crawling, that shit would suck.
Now that Ford, now that we're looking at this, that Ford kind of sort of has. It doesn't have the wheel arches. The fenders are a little bit different, but
Bronco.
Yeah, that Bronco.
Yeah.
Wheelbase looks something similar.
Hyundai Mobis. We just read about that. What'd you say?
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's the article we just read from the Korea Herald actually talked about this. This is the exact vehicle they were talking about. So this has
got a couch in it.
He said a couch. It's actually it's hands-free. There's no steering wheel.
Level 5.
Yeah, so that's what it's meant for, like complexes at level 5. And this is supposed to be out in probably within the decade. So remember, they set their highways up in Korea. They're the first ones to set up the highways to be compatible with this, with the technology. I don't know if the United States will ever catch up. All right, this one is Hyundai SA1. I concur, my friend. I concur. Yeah, this is an interesting sort of copter drone or passenger vehicle, because what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, is that what I'm counting?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Where's the battery for all those motors?
it's probably at the belly right here, probably in the belly.
They they must be on some serious battery technology.
It doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me at all, because
Because I don't think even that's enough space to be in the air for that long. You know what I'm saying? All
well,
that
No,
weight.
no, no. What it is that the cockpit, man. It's dude. They're using super lightweight materials. That's kind of how they're approaching electric air flight. Like the airframe is super light, right? So the battery itself basically kind of absorbs the weight of the aircraft. So you could have a traditional aircraft and an electric aircraft, but because you use, maybe like some real, exotic, steel frame, steel frame or steel for frame and structuring, you can make two aircrafts that are kind of close in weight. The electric still may be a little bit more, but you're going to go with exotic materials for an electric aircraft.
mhm.
The motors. See the advantage in it is that electric motors are.
Yeah, I think Complex might be having mic issues.
Oh no, I'm sorry. That was yeah. The electric motors are more reliable. So you can it's just like with electric cars too. You can modulate power output. You can make more efficient use of energy. By being able to modulate energy output through an electric. Much more than you shit. Okay. You can modulate the power output in an electric motor much more efficiently than you can a gas motor.
Yeah.
So there's advantages to using electricity for flight.
Yeah. All right, Mercedes-Benz EQC 400 for Matic. That's interesting. 2021 in the US. So electric intelligence. So this is one of those electric vehicles that actually parks itself and drives itself. I think there was a video we showed last year of Mercedes and Bosch working together in a parking garage to park their vehicles up in there with just using sensors. And there was no human in the vehicle at all. It actually parked itself. It drove through the parking garage, parked itself. Pretty interesting stuff. I think this was a part of the that testing. Byton and Byte. I see nothing wrong with this. Release date 2020 in China, 2021 in North America. We'll see how this works. Ford self-driving delivery van. Release date is 2021. If it's self-driving, yeah, interesting. Do you really need mirrors?
Wait, say what?
If it's self-driving, do you really need mirrors? Wouldn't you just use like cameras so that it feeds information?
No, they
That's a good
use
question.
no they put cameras on the mirrors.
Yeah, but you don't need the mirrors then, because it doesn't need. If it's self-driving, why would it need mirrors? Who's looking at it?
Who is Agility Robotics?
Agility Robotics is another one of those companies. Like what do you call it? Kiva, like Kiva Systems that Amazon bought a few years ago. So Agility is just another one of those companies. I know they do the same thing like Kiva Systems, but it's Agility. So, and then Nissan with the electric ice cream truck. Master P would be so proud of this.
What's that?
He's-
Is that that's an electric ice cream truck?
yeah, ice cream van.
Debo.
Yeah, Master P too.
Nah, big worm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big worm.
Ice cream, man.
It's the
Yeah.
ice cream man. Yeah, Master P.
With those
That's
little,
what's up. Yeah, that's what's right. Yep. Ty's son, your son putting in.
but yeah, let's look up agility robotics because Ty City was curious about this. So agility robotics. Let's go to their site and see what they do.
Zone, Kels, you guys got anything to add? I think Nagone might be.
There you go, right there, Ty City.
Yeah.
You're stealing your jobs.
That's
Yo,
crazy.
what if you were walking down that path, like just minding your own, and you look up and you just see that right there? Like I'm for real. Like in that scene right there, you're just out with the doggo, right? Just going for a little walk, and then you just and then robot's like, "Good day, sir."
He tips his hat. Or whatever.
Yeah, he tips his little robot hat.
Stop.
Yeah, he tips his little robot hat.
It's Fedora.
Right, a little robo fedora.
It may not even be a fedora. It might be a snapback. It says.
I mean, or snapback, a robo snapback.
Not gonna lie, I want to shoot the fade with that robot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it looks like one of those drones from Star Wars.
They nailed it. I mean, Boston Dynamics did something similar. I mean, obviously Boston Dynamics did gymnastics, but this is still up there, man.
Jeez.
We covered an article a few weeks ago with a 15-year-old Senegalese boy who was crowned a robotics engineer at 15. This is the type of stuff they need to be getting into. When I was younger, man, we didn't have anything sophisticated as this, obviously, but we had the Lego Mindstorms.
We had the what was damn man, I'm trying to remember the little mechanics. Well, remember they had a set called Mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that?
Yep.
They had that. They had I had the one where it was like gear connects. Like I had one that was like gear based.
Mm-hmm.
You could build these things, and then they have like little motors. You put battery in them, and then you could build like a little boat like floats in water, and you know what I mean? Like all that type. I mean, I think they still have that stuff though.
No, they got different brands and stuff out now that does kits for kids,
right.
Robotics. But you would have to build a curriculum that actually goes from start to finish, man, like a Montessori school that just focuses on robotics and
right.
But yeah, we covered an article about this before about Amazon, delivering packages to your door, and they showed this robot actually being involved in it. It was actually UPS or FedEx that did that. But point of the matter here is that robot is capable of carrying up to 40 pounds.
I want to chime in on this, but I want to go kind of on the deep side, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder why these robotic companies use more like a pedestrian layout with 2 legs, 2 arms, like
because it has to be. They want to integrate robots into human society as seamlessly as possible, which means that you want to design robots that can essentially navigate in the same spaces that humans can to make them most useful.
Right. So to me, I feel like just not to go too far off the deep end, but the human design is a superior design that they just can't go too far away from.
Well, they're not. I don't think they're trying to go any. Look, I mean, the perfect example like this right here, right? what they're trying to do is they're trying to utilize engineering, because robots don't have internal organs, right? They're just going to have like motors and controllers, computer systems and stuff like that. So you can use the basic template of the human form, but you can take an engineering approach and make a whole bunch of different designs off of that to for different applications. Like this right here, what Mike was saying, if you just needed a robot that just acted just to do basic human stuff. Let's just say you had like a robot administrative assistant. Okay. So I'm looking at this picture right here and I'm imagining that like, the phone call rings and there's UPS downstairs in the office. And then the robot says, okay, I'll be down there in a second. And the robot goes down there, signs for the package, and it goes back upstairs.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, it's probably easier ways to design something that can go up and downstairs and have, you know what I'm saying, all those different hinges.
There's no other way to carry parcels and things of that nature. You have to mimic the human, which is the whole purpose of it, right? This is the closest thing you're going to get to human interaction. I mean, for right now. But Boston Dynamics is probably a few years ahead of this, right? So Boston Dynamics can jump up boxes. I mean, that's on a different level, right? So
I was doing backflips. Did you see that one?
He can actually carry a weapon. That's something that a lot of the social justice warriors are worried about, right? You give that thing a weapon and put it on the street. You give 100 of them a weapon, they can take a battlefield because they don't miss, right? They're pretty accurate with to the
my own gang. That's what I'm talking about.
Your own gang.
Wait, 100 robot Negroes?
Yeah,
100
robot SYS.
Play if you want. Play with me if you want.
Dead accurate, right? Because
all I have to do is hit enter. Play with me if you want. Try me.
Oh, Space Cowboy in the chat gave Complex an idea. He said a robotic pit crew.
Hell yeah. We already saw what the battery change system was like. Yeah.
Guys, man, they're sleeping on this type of stuff happening, man. This is happening in your face.
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
Man. Robot might mac your chick, man.
I'm saying, literally, like, man, take your chicken ass up out of here, bro.
Hey, imagine a robot serving you child support papers.
I mean, like, no, that's exactly what that robot's doing right there. About to go serve somebody. No, hey, Mike, that's a trip, dude. Like, what if a robot just straight up did McAdoo's chick?
Well, it's game, right? So a robot can actually emulate that.
Emulate it, right? And I mean, think about it. You have some sort of AI algorithm, man. They'll like nail it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you plugged into her Instagram and start learning all the food she likes and shit.
Yep.
Next thing you know,
plug it into all the different social media inputs. It basically just scrapes. It scrapes all the data, right? And then just goes and hollers.
Chicken strips. How did you know?
How did you know? With honey mustard sauce. How did you know?
Hi, what fine lace front you have there?
Fashion Nova, my favorite.
Oh God.
Let's look at the jobs that they do have though. Mechanical assembly technician. Let's look at that. Agility Robotics needs to expand production as market demand for our groundbreaking bipedal robots continues to grow. A mechanical assembly technician at Agility plays a critical role at building and testing and delivering high quality, high performance electrical mechanical assemblies for our customers. We specifically see candidates who take responsibility for excellent work, pay attention to detail, can creatively solve problems, communicate effectively to help improve our designs and processes, and take initiative to proactively solve problems even when tasks are not specifically assigned. Candidates should possess excellent organizational skills and be able to multitask in a fast-paced engineering and production environment. Qualifications, excellent mechanical assembly skills, including using basic hand and power tools, ability to alter components for fit and assembly and assemble very small electromechanical items, and basic understanding of material properties. 2 to 5 years of related production assembly experience. 2-year technical degree or equivalent experience. So they're talking about an associate's degree or a trade school. Ability to read and interpret mechanical part and assembly drawings. Familiarity with GD&T standards and how to apply them to ensure quality control. Ability to identify and document component defects, assembly issues, and process improvements. Basic knowledge of electronics. So EE 101. Experience with Microsoft Windows and Office software. Ability to work safely and identify hazards, safety hazards in a production environment. Ability to lift 40 pounds and regularly perform repetitive tasks. Basic understanding of lean manufacturing and continuous improvement. Experience with Google Suite, machine and or fabrication experience. Man.
They really,
Wow.
that's what I'm saying. They really don't have no, you really just have to be a gearhead with some kind of, you know what I'm saying? Maybe a little bit of extra spice in there.
Let me put something out there, man. This is a perfect job for somebody like Damiente. Damiente,
Yeah.
with his hands, he could change brakes on the car. He could change a water pump on the car. He knows his tools. He has his own tools. This is the type of role that guys like Damiente would get into. You know, and it's unfortunate that more black men, more black males, more BMs don't go to trade school, man, and take that 9-month certificate course, man, in computer electronics, because this is exactly what this is all about right here. Let me read it again. It says mechanical assembly skills, using basic hand and power tools. That's simple stuff, man. You ever put something together around the house, man? You bought from IKEA, man. You should be able to.
Are we that bad as a society that people can't use basic tools?
Yeah, kind of, man.
That's what I'm getting from this.
Yeah, basic electronics, man. Basic knowledge of electronics. EE 101, man. Amps times volts equals watts.
Like literally just like learn, like dude, like rudimentary shit, like using a voltmeter.
But this is what I'm saying, bro. Like we literally was talking about playing with remote control cars and stuff back in the days. Like, I mean,
yeah, man. Like my charger had a volt tester on it and everything. That's how I learned.
Yeah, you understood all that stuff. Like I said,
I used to
I
build my
tore
own
those
batteries.
things up in 2 or 3 months. I was tearing them down, breaking them, and figuring out how they worked.
Yep, I used to build my own batteries. Remember, Mike used to be able to buy Sanyo cells.
Yep.
And build your own
Radio
RC,
Shack,
RC car. Yeah, you used to buy your own, build your own RC car batteries.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, damn, man. I'm glad you read that though, Mike, because wow.
No, these are high-paying jobs. This is where the opportunities are, man. And I get frustrated because I see guys making this like, oh man, I got to do this, I got to do that. No, man, you just had to have the basics, man.
See, and that's just mechanical assembly. That's pretty much just bolting it together.
Yep.
But see, somebody that really applies themselves working in that particular role.
Hey, what's up, Trees?
What up?
What's going on, Ty City? What's going on, everybody?
What up?
Yeah, somebody working in that role who really wanted to apply themselves, like in a couple years' time, can actually, learn the skills to actually be able to repair and maintain that equipment too. And that's where the real money is at, because you can actually, be a private contractor and somebody who's actually purchased some of that equipment. Maybe it's out of warranty. Maybe they don't want to pay for the warranty or whatever the case may be. And you can actually provide maintenance service for some of those, for some of that equipment.
Like just like a lot of these guys who do say for I'm gonna just use a simple example. People who do elevator maintenance, because there's not a lot of guys that do it. So the guys that do elevator maintenance make a ton of money. Believe it or not, that's like a job nobody ever thinks about.
Yeah, elevator,
Like
escalator maintenance.
Elevator maintenance. It's a big money.
Yep.
Oh, it's big money. When the elevators start working, they pay whatever to get that thing running again.
Well, it
Damn
also
right.
has to be compliant too, right? So it has to go through inspection every year.
Yep. But you know what? I think about a position like this, and me, from what I learned through tech school, how to understand electronics, sensors, and just computer input and outputs. You know what I'm saying? On top of that, like, man, I mean, if you just took automotive, you would be more than equipped for this job, man.
Let me do this, man. Let me go through this one job post on electronics prototyping technician. An electronics prototyping technician at Agility Robotics will work closely with our engineering team to implement, prototype, test, and debug the PCBs, printed circuit boards, wiring, sensors, and power electronics on Agility's bipedal robots and robot prototypes. We specifically seek someone who takes responsibility for excellent work, pays attention to detail. It is a surgeon on the circuit boards for artistic rework. So that's SMT, surface mount technician work. Can creatively solve problems, will communicate effectively to help improve our designs and our processes, and takes initiative to proactively solve problems even when tasks are not specifically assigned. Minimum of 3 years of industry experience with prototype electronics. Excellent and reliable surface mount soldering skills. So I just mentioned that earlier, SMT. Experience with motion control, power electronics, near high frequency data lines, wire routing, and around moving joints. Experience testing and improving prototype circuits on the bench, generate test procedures, documenting methods, and providing clear written reporting to the rest of the team. Fluent understanding of PCB design, working knowledge of mechanical assembly. Comfortable with surface mount rework with components as small as 0402 and BGA, ball grid array. That's what BGA stands for. Able to interpret wire harness assembly drawings. Experience with harness assembly tools, so Pico blades, Pico sparks, and stuff like that. Those are stuff that you can buy from DigiKey. So desired skills, strong mechanical aptitude, flexible and self-motivated, familiarity with mechanical drawings and GD&T. They don't ask for a degree, man. If you notice that, they don't ask for a degree. Can you do the work? I think there's a lot
No
of
degree? No degree?
no degree.
Man, you know what, Mike? That's one of those jobs where they pretty much gonna show you how to do it.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't want to hear any more excuses from some of these non-convicted cats, man, about what they can, what they cannot do, and stuff like that, man. These are great jobs. I just wanted to make sure I mentioned that because this is a growing company. This company's not going anywhere. It's not going out of business anytime soon. This company's going to be around for a long time.
They probably got some kind of funding behind them already too.
Oh yeah, they got plenty of funding. Because remember, they applied for like DARPA programs and stuff like that. So they get
know they went forward.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of investment into agility, man. So they don't have a whole lot of jobs there, but the jobs that they do have, they're easily attainable by brothers, man.
Wait, they got internships too?
It looks like there was an internship.
I mean, it's along the same lines as Tesla.
Yeah.
And SpaceX, for that matter.
Let me do a Google search on like trade school. I don't know anything about this school at Remington. I just clicked on it just to see what they're talking about. So
Everest College.
I don't know anything about it. So
No, but it's just
yeah, it doesn't.
no, just seeing what kind of skills you acquire.
Yeah. Well, what exactly are they doing?
Right.
It says overview. Do you like working with your hands? Are you interested in learning what makes electronic and computerized gadgets work? Do you enjoy taking apart and repairing electronic devices? If you answered yes, consider earning your college diploma in electronic technology, a hands-on electronics technician. Training focus on digital electronic systems, computer hardware, cables, and wiring, electrical systems, and mechanical components. Electronics technician. What is it doing? Electronics technician offering a blend of theory and hands-on electronics technician training. The diploma program will help students prepare for an entry-level position in electronic communications, service technology, and computer-related fields. Our program lets you engage in several hands-on laboratory experiences and computerized simulations so that you're prepared for your chosen career in electronics. Why is this going all over the place? Electronic technology class equipment may include computers, various testers, trainers, oscilloscopes, programmable logic controllers, PLC trainers, and various electronic supplies. Our electronics technician program covers these important areas: computer hardware and software, digital electronics, flip-flops, counters, registers, logic circuits, and more. No, flip-flops do not refer to your sandals, your chancletas. These are
Chanclas.
yeah, these flip-flops that they're talking about are what allows when you build out a breadboard, you put these flip-flops on there so that it starts to count over. For those of you who have worked with electronics in this area. Electrical and mechanical components of motors and controllers, fundamentals of alternating current AC and direct current DC, electricity and circuits, Intel 8051 microcontroller architecture, programming, and functions. So this is a basic systems controller like Arduino, similar to Arduino. Low voltage electrical system, and solid state devices. So diodes, transistors, amplifiers, and more. Residential networking systems and integration. This is exactly the type of, if you were to take something like this, because
you could pretty much go anywhere.
This is what's in demand. I took this when I was younger, before I did undergrad, and it helped me tremendously. And I had a great experience. You get to break things there, and then you go out in the real world and you actually get to execute like you know what you're doing. So,
hey, Mike. So with something like this right here, right?
mhm.
Because when I went to WildTech, the curriculum wasn't what the job was requiring. Meaning, like, I didn't have the ASC certification.
Mm-hmm.
So is this, do they use their own curriculum, or is it some kind of like standard?
Usually it's standardized because they can't actually advertise certain things unless it has passed through that. I've never heard of the school before. I just happened to Google it. So we can look here. Yeah, it doesn't specifically say anything here. Let me see. Electronic laboratory technician, installation technician, electronic technician and communications, instrumentation, digital and computer electronics companies.
Remington College runs a lot of ads, and when I was in Texas, I used to see their ads all the time.
Yeah, we got them out here in Dallas, but see, that's one of the things that I regret, because the community colleges, they was just using ASC certification testing. So you pretty much was passing the ASC certification, and you graduated with all that stuff. When I graduated, I just had a WildTech certificate.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they didn't really care about that too much. I mean, WildTech was like an accredited school, but I mean, when it came towards like
Yeah, but ASC is essentially the sort of like the body of standard when it comes
yeah,
to mechanics.
that's how they determine how you get paid.
Right.
Well, it's also different, different sort of standards that they may not meet, right? So maybe it might be the facility and stuff, and the instructors, because instructors might have to be ASC certified themselves, and they may not be, and that may be what's keeping them back.
Right, and then if you got ASC certified instructors, you're probably gonna have to pay more money. So, you get like little, David, Larry, and Joe around the corner.
I know that's how it is with the automotive industry. That's I just want people to know that, have a heads up on that,
Well,
because
Go ahead, Tasha. I'll finish it. I'll come after you.
Oh yeah, well, I was saying that the community colleges was just being cheap by just using ASC testing and curriculum,
Mm-hmm.
and I would have benefited more. It would have been a fraction of the cost, and I would have been ASC certified coming out of the gate. I could have started as a level C technician.
Mm-hmm. So my instructors actually came from the military. So they had already been working on that stuff in the military. So they were already certified from there. And so I didn't have that sort of issue. I can't really say whether or not school was ASC certified. They did have ASC testing. But that's the extent. I never bothered taking the test because I didn't have to. I was already in IT.
Right. See, I could pass the ASC stuff, but I mean, it's not what they. It only mattered when it came to me going to ask for more money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they want to make sure I was certified for them to pay me. That's it. But I could do everything else.
Yeah. So I mean, I personally, I advise guys, man, if you work with your hands like like the site said, man, a trade school is nothing wrong with that. They're all college accredited. They're mostly college accredited. So you can take the same level of education to a technical college like what's the term that they use?
Wait, it's a technical.
Polytechnic. You can go to a polytechnic school.
Oh, a polytechnic. Okay.
Yeah, you'll go to a polytechnic school and you'll be able to transfer your credits over there. And see, and that becomes important because you can do that later on, and your company will actually pay for it. But you don't really need to do that if you're going to be working at somewhere like Agility Robotics, man. You're going to be a mechanical assembly technician or electronics, whatever that role was that they have posted. Those are very lucrative roles. Those are roles you're going to be in for a long time, man. You're going to work your way up to senior, and then, you go from there. Wherever you can go from there, you go to SpaceX, you can go somewhere else, man. I mean,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even as the company grows, you get to say you was on the ground floor of something big. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, not even just that too, Tyson, because a lot of the times, small companies like that, like Agility Robotics, they include you in the profit sharing with the company. So you may end up getting, anywhere between 5 to 20%, depending on what level you're at.
Yeah, that's legit, man.
Yeah, you can't beat that. I can't be sleeping, man. If I was a millennial, man, I'd be tearing the game up, man. I'd be out here beasting shit, man.
A white Audi R8 V10 with the carbon side pieces on it.
I'd be out here beasting beasting on them.
That's how I'm coming, man. And all I did was put together a bunch of robots.
Oh yeah. I'll come to work on a robot. How about that? Cash me outside.
You'll be like on the back. You'll be like on the back. Just you're getting like a little on the back of the robot, just riding.
Man, I don't understand, man. A lot of these millennials, man, they don't got the hunger that we had, man.
No, man. Well, I'm not gonna go there, man. I'm
Last-
just gonna say, we came up in a certain era, Mike.
Yeah.
So cats is built a certain way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Ty City's like one of the last of a dying breed, man. Like one of the last millennials, man. Like the last of the Mohicans, man. Crazy, man. You don't see the passion out there like that, man. Cats should be out here beasting it, man.
No, man. It's like, dude, they kind of came up more embedded in a more of like a social media type of thing, man. I remember seeing the split, dude, like where it just seemed like everybody just was like on some model shit.
Yeah, but complex. That's the weird thing, though. Social media has catapulted all kind of stuff and created all kind of collaborations, dog.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
blame it on hip-hop.
Blame it on what?
Blame it on hip hop, Ty City.
Oh man, don't get Ty started.
Yeah, man.
Yo, that's tight though, man. Like, that is tight, bro. I mean, literally, like that's a good entry level. Like, just pop up on them with the resume.
It's 9 months, dog. It's 1,300 clock hours. It's 9 months. You're in class for probably about. Your classes are probably about 6.5, 7 hours a night. You're probably going to class 3 to 4 nights a week. Man, I get frustrated and just talk about it, man. I'm not even a millennial, man.
I mean, yeah, man. I'm just saying, man. No, like real talk, Mike. Because cats who be out here, like, checking us out, these live streams and stuff that we be talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, man, we did come up in a different era, though, man. Like, competition was the name of the game. So, if you was really trying to do something, you had to really be out here doing some shit.
Yeah, man.
And, you know what I mean? It's like, cats didn't really talk about it back in the day, man. You had to be about that action.
Mm-hmm.
And, it don't stop, in 2020, man. I think what it is just the game's elevated. So now, we grown ass men, man. We in our late 30s, early 40s, wherever we at. We kind of have to be the embodiment of that mentality, but in today's context, in today's time. And I want younger cats to really kind of see how we coming with it, because really, if they can get on that wavelength, then dudes will be dangerous, bro. Like I have no problems telling like cats in their 20s. I was just telling this cat last night on Game Changers Hangout. He was all like, yeah, I'm trying to be on my purpose. I'm 24. I'm doing this. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I'm like, look, bro, I made my first guap at 26. So like, don't think that what you over here talking about doing and stuff is like, something that is just like outside of the scope or the realm of reality, or like you think it's weird or something. I'm like, no, dude. There's a lot of people out here on a day-to-day basis, man, not giving zero. They giving zero Fs about all of the BS going on, dude. They about just getting theirs.
Well, you still have men of a certain age telling young guys to be complacent with the status quo, telling young guys that things are just the way there is. You can't do anything about it. Just have fun and basically chase women. Like I literally heard this yesterday. This was on the Gab Talk stream. Some guy came on there, was saying all kind of nonsense on Gab stream, and I was like, I had to get at him, but it's just like it was a young guy that was on there, and at least he had to basically came to the conclusion that there was only so much resources and energy he was willing to devote to women, which is a start. But the fact that you have a preoccupation with chasing women when, he's at the age where, you can be positioning yourself, because it's a lot of guys, he thought he thought 35 was young. He referred to guys 35 and up as old. You know what? And he thought that he at 26, he's just young and blah blah blah. And it's like, there's cats at 26 that's created empires.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's like you can't act like whatever really haven't accomplished anything, but you have potential. But you have to you can't be complacent with what it is that you have, because you're having little pleasures, and you got a little car and you got a little apartment, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm doing it big. And it's like, no, you're just not moving in the circles where people your age is really doing it big. And with everything you have at your disposal, there's no reason why you can't. Like a lot of guys have potential, just their energy is just misdirected. If you spent that energy and focus it on something that actually has a return on your investment, I mean, the sky's really the limit.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
I was on that same wave, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I got to a point where I was making decent money, but bro, I got to the point where I was like, man, I'm being immature. I need to have a kid. I need to do this, that, and the third, bro. I pulled out too early, man. And yeah, that was at 29. My son was born when I was 29. And by the time I realized, I was like, damn, man, I got some shit going. Now I got to go extra hard now. You know what I'm saying? Now I got to go 10 times harder. And that's why now I actually I started practicing minimalism, and everything been smooth since then.
I see you live in a tiny house.
Nah, yeah, because I got two houses. I lived in the bigger house, and the bigger house is a 2-story. So just to the electric from heating and cooling upstairs and downstairs, it just didn't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? So I moved into my smaller house, and I rented the big house, and now it's just better. I wish I could downsize again.
Yeah, you should try a van.
Nah, hell nah. My sister, can you imagine raising a kid? You tell people you grew up in a fucking van?
Crazy.
Yo, that's wild.
Down by the river.
No, where you from? Everywhere. Nah, man. I wouldn't do that, but I would downsize to a smaller house. It's just me and my son.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So my disappointment, man, is millennials, man. Y'all disappoint me, man. Sometimes, man. I don't see a lot of y'all cats with the same passion that we had as Gen Xers, man. We came out.
Man, they too busy being Henrys and Henriettas.
Yeah, man. We was out there getting it in, man. Yeah, but
man, you know what? I want to say something about that Henry thing, man.
Go ahead.
And I think that's a culture that people are just trying to keep alive, dog.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we seen it all throughout, you know what I'm saying, the 80s and 90s, you know what I'm saying? And now it's just like, what it looks like to be young and successful is not the same. People are trying to cling on to that shit, man. It's over with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, cats out there rocking bang bang jewels, man.
Yeah, now you're preppy, but you was right, man. That assessment was dead on. Like, you make a lot, but you spending a lot. And I lived in downtown Dallas, and I party with a bunch of these Henrys and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen it myself, dog. Like, just they self-destructive, trying to keep a social status that's not even there.
Yeah. Let's go to importervehicle.com. Japanese domestic market cars legal in 2020. And 2020 vehicles produced in 1995 are legal to import 25 years from the date of manufacture. From 1995, Nissan Skyline GTR R33 version to the Toyota Mega Cruiser, there are lots of Japanese cars legal to import. 1995 Nissan Skyline GTR, the R33 version was produced from 1995 to 1998. There were 16,674 R33 GTRs produced in Japan, about 1/3 of the number of R32s. There are three distinct versions of the R33, Series 1, Series 2, and Series 3. Series 1 are 1995, Series 2 are 1996, and Series 3 are 97, 98. What's your take on this, Tyson?
I like these. I'm seeing them. They starting to pop up. The R33s are okay. The R33 is more like it's more like it's getting towards the R34, but I mean it's in a weird space because the R32 is still like
That's the
such
pinnacle,
an
man.
awesome platform.
I gotta tell you, dude, I like the R. I always kind of had a thing for the R30. I like the R32 because it was just a straight up brute. And I think that the R33 kind of has more sexy lines to it.
No, I
You
like the
know,
R33.
yeah,
I think
the
the R33 and the
R33 just,
R34 are close.
you know what? I thought the R34 was just kind of too big and clumsy in my view. The R33, right, that's just a sexy car right there, man. That just has really, really, really nice lines and a shit ton of power.
Well, the R33 is that R33 is one of those situations where I like that I like the front, I like the back, but to me it's got more of a like a 240Z. It's like a 240, like a Zinky 240.
You know, when I look at the R33, it's right on the cusp. I'm talking about aesthetic wise, it's on the cusp of transitioning from sports car to Grand Tour. Just because of the actual dimensions, it just has a bulkier appearance, more so than an R32. The R32 seems like it just seems like a more, it's, and the dimensions are not that far off from each other, but the R32 just, you know, just appearance wise, it just seems smaller, even though it's not really that much smaller.
It's more, it has the same muscle but smaller.
Yeah. Now, I mean,
Yeah,
I like
the R32,
the
and the R32 is just more beastly.
Well, in the R33, a lot of cats growing up when the first Gran Turismo came out, that R33 was their car. I mean, you don't know how many cats.
This one right here.
That one right there. And so for that very reason, you know, and then of course at the time, you know, it was only certain people that actually had access. Like I think I saw one cat in California, and I want to say he lived somewhere in Azusa, who had an R33. Don't know how he had it. This was like in 99 too. Like I want to say 99, maybe like I think it was like maybe 2000, 2001. It was some cat.
They wasn't too strict.
Huh?
They weren't too strict back then. People was getting all kind of stuff in back then.
Yeah. He had this cat had a R33 Skyline back in like 2000. I don't know how he had it, but
you know what? Look, you know, yeah, I heard they were getting them. There was some shop out here, and they was getting imported in, and they was getting them cleared as 240s. That's how that happened. Yeah.
Yeah, they had a shop here called Cartoons that was just going ham, and they shut that shit down quick. But I like the R33 though. The R33, you know, see the thing is whenever you get the GTR next to these base models, you see the flares and the car is bigger and wider.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even with the R32, you could tell that it's just a bulkier car. But I mean, from the R32 to the R33, the R32 is a better car. I mean, the R33 may look better or even more modern, but the R32 is just, it's a fantastic car, bro.
But you know what? But all this influx of cars is a good thing, because now these cars, the prices are going to start coming down, especially once the R33s hit. The R34 will actually be they're not going to be too bad.
Nah, that's not how it's working, bro. Because the R32s, they just gonna go up from here, bro. Because they ran out.
I'm not saying the R32s. I'm saying the R34s. Once the R34s hit, they won't be as as big of a sticker shock as when the R32s hit and the R33s hit.
Nah,
because the
bro,
market,
they got R34s in stores right now, waiting to be imported. People
but you already have all these other Skylines available. So it's just a market I won't say saturation, but I mean there's a market presence already. So it's like the people that want them, I think, are pretty much getting them. And so then it's just supply and demand. There's gonna be more demand. I mean, there's gonna be a little bit more supply. I won't say more supply than demand, but there's enough a supply where you can't charge an arm and a leg.
Yeah, I mean, I like the R33, but I mean, people are sleeping on like the Celica GT4s. People are sleeping on some of the Soars. People like they sleeping on a lot of other cars. I mean, shit, even the 4th gen Supers are cheaper imported.
Well, I mean, think about the Soar. You can get the Soar with the Super engine.
Right.
And that's a lot of cats sleeping on that. They don't really know that you can get the Soar with the Super engine.
Right, and it's actually a mid-engine layout.
Well, it's a front mid-engine.
Right, front mid-engine, yeah.
Yeah.
God, with some lightweight wheels, man, and lightweight exhaust, man, you can't go wrong with it. That's a lot of weight.
Well, the Soar is not as lightweight as the Super. There's, you got to do some. No, because it's heavier. I think it's about maybe 200 pounds, 200, 300 pounds heavier than a Super, which is a lot.
Toyota ran the Soar in the Japanese touring car They ran it in the Japanese touring car championship back in the mid to late 90s.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes, because I had the Toyota Soar on Gran Turismo.
Okay, that's right. I forgot that car was in.
So underneath the sheet metal, the Soar is actually the same as the Super from the windshield forward.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
And I mean, people don't know, but in some instances, it's a better car than the Super.
What are they going for on the market right now? Those R33s.
30, 35.
Wow.
Get out, really?
Yeah.
What? No. What? Okay, you got to be clear. R33 GTR are going for 30, because you can get an R33 that's not a GTR,
like a 4-door.
Yeah, for like you 19, get a 2-door, 20.
You can get a two-door. Now, I want to say it's called what is it called? The one that has the 225 horsepower engine. What's that called? The R33 what?
2.5 GT.
Yeah,
there you go.
GT.
Yeah.
GTS.
Yeah, it's either GTS or something like that.
Yeah, but see, even on the R32, they had a all-wheel drive version that was the GT4, and it came with a 2-liter inline 6. And people are converting those over to R32. They're just swapping the drivetrains out because it's already an all-wheel drive layout. I've seen that done.
Yeah, but you got to ask yourself how much Like, is it worth it? Because it may be cheaper just to get the GTR in some instances. Like, we start talking about the actual swapping out the drivetrain, because there's other components that the GTR has that the other cars don't have. So
Well, that's
even
the
if
thing though.
No,
because-
hey, ask Rob Dom that. He went and got a goddamn Skyline drivetrain to put in his 4-rotor 4-wheel drive RX-7 that he just built. That's a Skyline drivetrain in that thing.
But you know what? I mean, even the rear wheel drive stuff is going hard because a lot of people, they don't want all wheel drive.
Well, they want
And-
to drift now.
Well,
Well, they
not
want
only
something
that, but
lightweight,
I mean,
too.
they're making some badass track cars.
Oh
with,
yeah, yeah.
well, I mean, they're lighter. You want something light sometimes too. You know, that actual the 4-wheel drive hardware and all-wheel drive hardware adds weight and complexity to the car.
Yeah, but you override that with grip, and that's
I
kind
mean,
of like where you have to find the balance between
the baddest
platform.
R32 that I've ever seen is a rear wheel drive with a tandem wide body kit, and that car is nasty.
You said that's the nastiest R32.
The nastiest
That
one
you've
I ever
seen?
seen.
The nastiest one I ever seen. The nastiest one I ever seen is June Autos.
I like
R32.
June Autos. I like June Autos. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like that. They're the R32 and they're Sylvia. Like holy shit, dude. They cranked out just some beasts of some Nissans.
No, they was on fire.
Yeah,
They had that. They had Tsuba Circuit on fire.
yeah. June Auto is no joke.
All right, next one is 1995 Toyota Mega Cruiser. I thought it was a Humvee at first glance, but says with only 148 made from 1995 to 2002, there aren't many out there. However, if you want a Hummer, but want it in Toyota flavor, this is the car for you. So I thought this initially was a Hummer. I guess it isn't. I know the Japanese military does make them for themselves, but you can't buy those.
Yeah, that's called
That's you got to scroll back up, Mike. That's what you want right there. That's what you want right there.
Who wants that?
Because of the rear wheel steering.
Yeah, look at that. That's real worst thing, huh?
I'm telling you, because I mean, because the Hummers was like 100-some thousand. I remember the last H1 Hummer, it was like 100-some thousand dollars.
Ridiculous.
And so this is like a steal.
That's only half the price of your 4Runner.
Huh?
Wow. He said it's only half the price of your 4Runner.
Hey man, I would get one of those. I mean, of course it wouldn't be blue like that. I mean, but you get you one of those like nobody wanted.
I wouldn't let you do that, man.
Yeah, we ain't gonna let you spend the money on that shit.
That's I mean, because think about it, right? I mean, it's gonna look like that when you buy it, but like once you actually start putting put some skid plates on there, put some put some tires on there, some mudders on there, and actually get it painted.
Get out of here with all that shit. The only way I would buy that thing is if it transformed into like a mech robot or something.
I'm not going. I never liked these. It just looked like one piece of fiberglass on the front where, like, I don't know. It just looked cheap. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't let you do it either, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do it. It ain't nothing you can do about it either.
Like I said, if it transformed into a flying, mech, dude, I'd buy it.
The roof antenna is hard. I ain't even going front.
Yeah. I like there's a ladder on the back of it as well.
I like that style. I like the Hummer.
Hey.
I'd rather have a Hummer. The Hummer just so expensive.
What was that shit beneath this though? Well, no, the car. What is that?
The Nissan Rasheen. I think he's from D Block. Was produced from November 1994 to August 2000. The early models had a 1.5 liter 4-cylinder, while the 1998 up had a SR20 DE available.
Get out of here! Really?
Why didn't Ty City tell us about this?
Well, I mean,
Ty, you didn't know about this?
I mean, we got the SR20 DE over here in the Central.
No, I know, but what kind of car is this? I never knew that these things, dude. Like this thing has an SR20 in it.
That looked like a safari car. Like who driving that, man? Like that's like a
Yeah,
car
but
that like
here's the thing, though, bro. That's a big front wheel drive car, man.
that's a car you drive if you work at the San Diego Zoo.
No, that's
Get
a
outta here.
car. That's a car you drive if you're in the Australian outback.
No, you
But
can't
that
drive that
has
not
no
going out back.
turbo.
The wheel's too small.
That's
What
the
I'm
car
saying
you
is
drive.
that
That's
car
the car you
looks
drive when
like.
you don't love yourself.
God damn, dude.
Oh,
That looks like the kind of car you find in like Australia or like in Auckland or New Zealand or some shit.
I'm cold.
I'm not going, bro.
Me either, dog. That ain't it.
It looks like a oh shit. What's that? That's
Yes, sir.
what's
Yes,
the
sir.
EK? Is that an EK right there?
EK version of the Honda Civic was sold from September 95 in Japan. This is available.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yep. I'll snatch one. JDM that bitch up.
That's an early model too. I had the later model for Midori Green.
Yeah, I'll spoon sports that bitch out, dude.
Mhm.
Yeah, I had the Midori Green with the H2B set up in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good times.
Yeah. Yeah, Spoon had a legit EK, dude.
Mhm. Zone, what's your take on this?
I probably would drop in a Type R motor or something like that, so I can rev it over to 9,500 RPM or something like that.
The
You said
Type R,
how much
like the
RPM?
Civic type? Oh, wait, Civic Type R or what? Which one? Like
Civic Type R with a titanium valves and stuff like that, so I can
Mhm.
rev all over to
Like
9,500
yeah,
RPM.
real light valve train.
Hey, y'all been paying attention to this all-wheel drive Honda stuff that's popping up all over YouTube or what?
All-wheel drive Honda.
Yeah, I believe B for Boosted made a video. It was like a two-door coupe, right?
Yep, they've been going ham with this all-wheel. They putting these Honda all-wheel drivers out.
Wait,
How are they
what
doing
do you
The what?
wait for? Wait, what for what? Is this like in racing or just like what?
Oh,
What is
they
it?
got both in. They got both in kits now for the rear to put an axle in the rear.
What axle?
Well, guess
Are
what
they?
though?
What axle are they using for it?
I'm not sure, but I think they're using CRV transmission.
But
Wow,
I think
okay.
I think Toyota about to drop a factory all-wheel drive Yaris with like turbocharged.
Yeah,
Like
it's
based
the
on
GR Yaris.
Oh, okay, so kind of based on their WRC car.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Because
bet
you know they got they fill in a void. You know, hey,
Yeah, no,
other cars
interesting.
ain't doing it. They don't fill the void.
Yeah, interesting. Oh snap, Lancer,
Evo.
Evo.
Third version of the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution is legal for import starting in February 2020. The Evo 3 used the same platform as the Evo 2, but with more power and a number of small improvements. Yeah, you see a lot of these guys running around in the States, man, with the little wind down windows and the knockoff, man. Running around with these
Yeah, the Mirage.
Yeah, the Mirage cats and button. Rally art stickers all over it. Come on.
The rally art stickers.
I'm not going, dog. I'm not
I ain't going. Dog. Hey, I'm gonna tell you something about this car right here, bro. This is what Mitsubishi gave everybody the middle finger.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know why? I think wasn't this the one that was like I want to say it was like 2,900 pounds or some kind of crap.
Absolutely.
This particular one.
This thing weighs
And
nothing.
it was all-wheel drive, 2,900 pounds. Crazy.
Two turbocharged.
Look at that intercooler. I'm telling you, man.
I mean, it was all up in the front grill, dude. Give me all that air.
Yeah, I think they went to work that year too. As soon as they put the Evo 3 out, because they had the Evo 1, the Evo 2, and then the Evo 3 came out, and they just put a big old turbo on it.
Yeah, Mitsubishi wasn't playing.
Yeah, when they did that, they was like, forget everybody. With the OZ rally wheels on there already.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember who drove this car in WRC that year. I think it was
Colin McRae?
No, it was because Colin was driving for Subaru at the time.
Come on, Zone, you know.
Oh no, I want to say it was Is it Yuha? No,
Wait,
no.
what?
Yuha Kankinen was driving for Toyota. Tommy, was it
Hey,
Tommy
Tommy
Mäkinen?
No,
Tommy
Yeah.
it's
Mäkinen.
Tommy Carrara.
Hey, what? Let me ask y'all something.
That's some
What the
limited
hell?
edition shit though.
What the hell happened to Mitsubishi? Think about when this car was out.
They ran out of
Mitsubishi
money.
had this car. They had the FTO. They had
The
they had
3000
the
GT.
3000 GT. They had the Eclipse. They was killing the game when this car.
They
was
had
killing
the Galant VR4.
They had the Montero Sport.
Pajero, what they call it in other countries, a Pajero?
Pajero.
Well, actually, the Pajero looked different though. The Pajero looked better in other countries because actually the Pajero, it looked almost like a Land Cruiser, the one that they released overseas. It looked like a Land Cruiser. That was dope.
Yo,
So they ran
people
out of
sleeping on
money.
these cars, man.
They ran out of money to answer your question, Trish. They ran out of money. The lack of partnership with Chrysler, that stuff ran out. They ran out of cash pretty quickly. Remember, Japan went through a recession in the '90s. Man, they never recovered from it. To this
But they never recovered. They're still in it.
yeah, they
Yeah.
really struggled. So
Yeah,
What's
people
that?
sleeping,
What's
bro.
what's that next one?
I already said. That looked like
What
a
is
Jimny.
that? What is that?
some Mitsubishi Pajero Mini.
Oh,
What? That's a damn isn't that the Metro joint or something?
it only got 600 cc's. Like that, you can only go like 62 miles an hour in that car.
I'm
I think
cool on
less than that.
bro. With me in it, it's probably gonna do 50.
I mean, but it's a dope platform. It's 4-wheel drive. Like if there was a way, like if there was like an easy swap available for it that didn't require a lot of nonsense to get it in. I mean, that's a nice little car.
That vehicle is just so not select.
You can't
But-
fit in that, Triz. Triz, you can't fit in that one, bro.
You just can't have no fat chicks in there because the seats in that car is real
You
narrow.
can't fit in there, bro.
Hey, you can't tell. You can't tell by looking at that picture. But if you seen one of these in person, they super narrow. Like your shoulder is literally touching the passenger's shoulder while you're driving. Yeah, you got to have a chick that whoever's in that car, she got to be under 140, under 130 for sure.
Gotta be
Or
Japanese
you got
size.
problems.
And it got that little mirror up on the fender, just like Ty City likes it. JDM.
Yeah, but I usually when you see fender mirror, well, yeah, it's on one side.
Mhm.
So usually when you see two of them, you don't get the one on the door.
Yeah.
The only thing about them cars is that the interior, they had the most alternative lifestyle interiors you ever seen. These weird patterns and all kind of weird stuff in there. It's crazy.
Oh, that's what was going on in Japan at the time, bro.
Yeah, real alternative lifestyle.
Wait, is that? Oh shit!
So the Honda Integra Type R
Type R.
Yeah, man.
in 1995. These are just a few of Japanese vehicles turning 25 years old in 2020.
Oh man.
I never liked that one. I like the one after it.
The one with the circle lights?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, the circle lights is what we got here. This is what they look like over there.
Right.
I like the
So-
circle light.
So
Because that's a JDM front end right there.
the thing with these cars is so many of them got cut in half.
Right.
I know.
Yeah, they just shipping out front clips.
Oh man, yeah, the front clip, the seats, like they was making a fortune just chopping these
Yeah.
cars up. So
They was chopping them up and piecing them out, dude.
yeah, they not finna be importing these. If they are, you're gonna pay for it.
You're gonna pay a premium for these, man.
I mean,
Trust,
even
there's already a
car
buyer's
next to it.
market. There's already a buyer's market for these.
Look at the EK next to it, the Type R EK next to it.
Yep. The Civic Type R.
Yeah, you're gonna pay for that. Bro, they was making a killing, bro. The 5-lug conversion, the
Mhm.
wings, the
Every
wheels.
you were gonna pay for dude, the fucking shift knob, bro.
the
That was
door
like 50
panels,
bucks.
Dude,
the
how much was it,
dash.
Zone?
I think it was like
Zone, what
50
was it?
bucks for a Type R shift knob or something
Nah,
like that.
dude, no, like dude, genuine. I'm trying to remember the shop that was selling all like genuine Honda Type R shit. Dude, the knob was like $149.
Dude, the valve cover was lit. Remember the red valve
The
cover
red
was
valve
lit?
cover, yeah, yeah.
You
I
go-
mean, dude, I see, I mean, I've seen dudes just build so many goddamn like twisted versions of that motor, dude. We're talking like CRV bottom end, Civic Type R head.
Well, you know, the thing is, man, something like this is not something you're gonna drive on the road at all. In my humble opinion, I think that these type of things are garage.
No, it's going to get stolen.
Yeah, you have to get a military to defend it, man, because
Yeah. This is a collector's piece right here.
Yeah, they don't come empty-handed either. They come with the blickies.
Look,
Oh
especially,
yeah,
especially.
these had the close ratio transmission with the
Yeah,
delivery
that's what,
system.
dude. This what it's got. This the championship white Honda paint. I mean,
the Honda emblem on the front.
everything. Now the dude, no, dead ass. Remember the little red Honda emblem?
Yeah, you're gonna pay.
Everyone's stealing them.
Is everybody
You're gonna
still,
pay.
dude? Legit, straight up.
Yeah, you're gonna pay, man.
Yep.
Even the seats, those are Sparkle or
Recaro. I like the Phoenix yellow, man. That's just me. I like the you know I like the championship
I was
white,
a
bro.
fan of the black. I was a fan of the black Type R,
Yep,
man.
black too.
Yep.
Yo, the champion white just reminds me of best motoring.
Yep. Because they did the all of their Type R shit, the NSX, the Integra, Civic, Honda, the Accord.
Couldn't you supercharge those motors though?
Yep. Jackson made a
Yeah.
supercharger for
I
him.
remember that.
Yeah, I think
Jackson
HKS made one. They made a
supercharger.
supercharger and a turbocharger for him. Hey Ty, you remember the twin charge MR2?
Yeah.
Those are those still? Can you still find? Those are pretty hard to find now, huh?
Yeah, they real hard to find.
The twin charge, yeah.
A lot of those motors went into A86s.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, you're gonna pay for that, bro. They chopped all of those. They was making so much money off of these cars back in the day, man.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was just like none available. When the time came, you'd probably be able to get one or two.
No. There's some people, they kept whole cars because they're gonna get there. They know they're gonna get a premium for them.
But the American version wasn't that bad either.
No, it wasn't. The problem is you Ricer boys just fucking riced them out, and so now you can't find any.
I mean, they was going for 20 stacks.
Yeah, but you would think that there would be, dude. You would think that there
Abused.
would still be abundance of these things for the most part. Like, dude, I see so many Integras at like the scrap yards and shit. It saddens me.
What nobody respected it. They didn't think the reign would end. They thought they would, and then when the RSX came out,
the RSX has even seen the same fate as these. You can't even see like a good rolling RSX specimen anymore.
Yo, actually, you know what? You're right, bro. You don't even see the RSXs.
No.
All those motors went into EGs.
And then the dudes just beat the shit out of the RSXs.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. All the RSXs, they're all completely trash. The only RSXs you can find are automatic non-S.
Hey, can I tell you? You want to know something about the RSX?
I can't even find those.
The RSX has one of the most beautiful interiors, bro. I love the instrumentation and the buttons, and that interior was nice, bro.
And the RSX has one of the best. I knew a girl that had an RSX, and I drove it. That shifter.
Yep.
That was like one of the best shifting cars I've ever driven.
That transmission, man. My boy had one. My boy, well, he actually still has it. It's just got over like 230,000 miles on it, dude. But he's kept it like so mint. I told him like, yo, dude, if you ever want to sell that shit, like, yo, I'm the first buyer, dude. Like, don't even play.
Are there any? Go ahead.
Hey, Complex, you remember when the K-motor swap had first popped off? Nobody knew how to crack that ECU, and everybody was trying to figure it out at the same time.
Yeah, when they was there, when they was very first starting to, like, I remember when the first like engine mount kits came out for them, right? To start swapping them into like EK chassis and shit like that. Yeah, and there was really, I think it was Honda. I think it was Honda.
Yeah, Honda.
Now, are there any more NSXs that can be imported from Japan?
Good luck finding them, man. NSX.
See, because man, they starting to hoard those cars now, man.
Yep.
The article you did on the R34s where they were saying they didn't want to sell them outside of Japan anymore.
Yeah.
So, I mean, with the NSX, especially the Type R model, yeah, I mean, if you get your hands on that, you lucky.
Or Mugen.
Yeah, you lucky if you get.
You're not getting your hands on that shit. Mugen.
Yeah, that's the one you want.
No, you're not getting that shit.
Mike,
Great, Tone.
I posted the link if you want to check out the NSX for sale in Japan on the Zoom chat.
Is it a Mugen?
No, there's like 100 of them for sale. I didn't look at it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's a
Ooh,
2019.
look at that silver one. What's that third one right there?
Third one here.
Yeah, what's that?
4 million.
Automatics like a motherfucker too.
Ooh.
It's automatic.
Yeah, those automatics.
Oh man, I don't want to see no automatic.
No, that's a dude. No, I'm looking at it just as a specimen. Look at that shit. I think it's clean.
Mean, it's clean. Yeah,
God
it's clean because it was automatic. They drove it to Bible study.
Yeah.
Look, if I'm in the market for one, I would happily buy that. I would happily take that off their hands and then go source a Type R motor somewhere.
See, that's
and
the
I
thing
have
too.
a little sleeper.
Dude, those the non-turbo automatic 4th gen Supers are going for like 17,000, bro.
You know what I would do, Ty? Honestly, you know what I would do? I would actually fit I would actually fit an electronic paddle shifter kit onto it. There's kits that you can fit it onto a automatic transmission, and basically you just paddle shift it. That's what I would do.
I would just take the motor out and just put an electric motor in and call it a day.
Would you put an electric motor in this thing?
I would.
Really?
Yeah, but see, the thing about this was the NSX that was actually lightweight.
Yeah.
So you start putting electric motors, you got to put the batteries in there. It's not the same car.
I'll just do a manual swap.
Can you do
or yeah, you can do that, man. You just do a manual.
Man,
swap.
a manual swap gonna cost you like for NSX, man. You talking like $15,000, man. Unless you're gonna do it yourself.
No, it ain't
Oh
that
man,
much.
for a manual swap?
I think we covered that before. I think there was somebody on YouTube who tried to do a manual swap. I think it was Matt Farah talked about that. He said it was pretty expensive.
Really?
I'm telling you, it's $15,000.
That's why I would just put a paddle shift kit on that, dude. That's $5,000. That's $5,000. I'll call it a day.
No, I'll have to go with the manual.
I can't go, dog.
Fuck that, because 15K, dude, that's 5K for the paddle shift kit, 10K to put into the motor, and then maybe you might need to throw another 5. Like you'd have to in order to really build like a stout, gorgeous motor for this thing, $15,000.
Yeah,
just to get it fully balanced and blueprinted. You know what I mean? Machined out.
If you knew how to do the transmission swap yourself, you could probably do it for like $3,000-$4,000 though. That's the big difference. See, these shops.
Ty is talking about doing it himself. Ty's talking about doing it himself.
But that's what I'm saying. It'd be easy because this setup right here is just it's cables. It's a cable
Yeah,
shifter.
it's a cable. This isn't hydraulic.
Yeah, it's a. But you know what though? I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. We'll never see cars like this again, bro.
Hell no, dude. Hell no. Nope. That's why I was like,
These
dude,
days
I'll
is
snatch
gone,
this one.
bro.
I was, dude. They wanted. If you said 17, is that what that is? 4 million yen.
Because
Nah,
somebody do the
4 million.
conversion on that.
How much? What's
That's
the conversion on that?
Yeah, Zone, do the conversion, please.
that's like 40.
Is that 40?
I think so.
I didn't know you knew Japanese, Tyson.
Well, you go about 1 million. I know you go about 1 million.
He imports, so you know.
Yeah, Typhoon Young.
Yo, you got to see these old school blow-off valves I just got in, bro.
What kind?
The old HKS. They
Oh,
look like
okay.
they look like it's the first generation of the super sequential blow-off valve.
Are they super loud? That's my only question.
No,
Because that's
the
all.
older ones, the older
I
ones
want
was
the loudest. I want the loudest blow off valves in the United States. Period.
the loudest ones you can get are made by a company called Blitz Super Sound.
Oh, Blitz.
I know
And
it's
when
made it by Talon, right?
when
Or
that
Tail,
Blitz
whatever.
Super Sound go off, you gonna hear that bitch down the street, bro.
Wait, who? Wait, Zone, who?
Tion or whatever,
Tile?
TIAL.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Tile. I think that's who made Blitz.
No.
SSQV
Blitz is a
blow-off
Japanese
valves.
company. Tile is an American company.
They're American.
Yeah, the Blitz is
Blitz was Japanese. Blitz was Japanese. Yeah.
Yeah, Tile is American, but
Oh, okay.
Blitz Super Sound, they had these horns on them, and bro, they would sound off, bro, loud. But see, the thing is now, you know what I'm saying, all those old blowout valves, people are running like 35, 40 pounds of boost now. They don't hold. You have to go with like a Tile. Now you got to go with this heavy duty stuff they got out now. They close. The pressure's on them so hard that they close. They don't really sound off because they close fast.
But Ty said, you got to remember, Complex live in California. He ain't getting none of this. He gonna get his car impounded the minute he try to put anything on the
Yeah, man, I don't even know why you
they done, man.
That's why
I mean, you know what? I look, cats out here.
Hey, my cousin told me that he live in Riverside. He said these cops, they setting up almost like like checkpoints.
Yeah, but they're doing the whole decibel
like,
check, dude.
Yeah, what's up with that, man?
Yeah, they're the whole exhaust rule and shit.
Yeah, you can't even have an engine swap. You have to. What's the rules on the engine swaps? Y'all have to have like it's got to come from a newer.
It has to come from a newer model.
It could be the same year or newer.
Or same year or newer.
Yeah, or you can put in like a Type R motor, but you have to has to be like a legal Type R motor that was made in the United States.
Oh man, you know what? Let me see something real quick. I'm gonna see if I can share my screen, bro. I missed out on this car in California.
it's probably a purple.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's something purple.
Hey Mike, I put a Type R NSX link in the Zoom chat if you want to look at it.
Oh really?
Hey Zone, do you know what the conversion is on like 4.4 million yen?
It's around 30K.
30K. Okay. Yeah. 30K for that silver one. Yep, I'd do it. Damn, that's a Type R.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a Type R.
Yeah. Championship white. There it is.
Look how much it costs, though.
Ooh, look at the back of it, man. God damn.
No, look at the price.
Look at that. Look at that.
This got to be an auction.
That's a sexy car right there, man. Jesus.
Yeah, that's that championship white too.
What year is that?
It's like a 92, 91?
94.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's 1994.
Oh, 94.
It's 95 in the United States.
I mean, look at the ducting, man. The side ducting.
Ain't no airbag in this one, guys.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
You're gonna have to hit that Momo steering wheel.
Nah, I'm loving it, man. That's
Yeah, that's butter right there.
flip up headlights too, not that other stuff.
Hey, there's the knob. There it is, Zone.
Yep, that's it.
There's the
That's what they-
knob. The knob. The Type R shift knob. 150.
Ew.
Authentic.
That's sweet right there.
Yeah. And
That's what you want.
super
That thing is clean. That thing is clean.
clean, man.
Let me see. I think I got the.
Daddy,
I think.
Daddy, I want some gummy bears.
Yeah, you have to go yours, bro. That's a clean whip right there, dude.
Let me see. I'm gonna see if I can find these pictures real quick.
Crazy. This is just crazy.
Wow.
But you know, and I keep referring back to Matt Farah. Matt Farah had both of them in his YouTube video back in last summer. He had both this and the Lotus. He said, for all intents and purposes, the Lotus is just a better version of the NSX.
Well, you know what? I was gonna mention that the Lotus E3 is probably what he's talking about.
No, he's talking about the Evora.
I drove an E. You said what?
He's talking about the Evora. He drove the Evora and the NSX back to back.
Well, I drove the Esprit. One of my homies worked in Carlsbad, and he was a valet driver. And so he would get these cars. We would go down to business wise at work, and he'd be like, "Okay, go down the street, and I'm gonna come pick you up." And so we got to ride in all these cars, and so I actually drove the actual Esprit, and that's a nice car. Now the only thing about the Esprit is that you know, it was a Lotus in that particular time frame, and so it was questionable build quality, like the engine and stuff like that, and electronics. But it was a nice car. What's this? Who's this? Thai City?
That's a Mazda right there.
Yeah, that's a 626 coupe, a
Yep,
two-door.
yep. That's
And
a Mazda.
yeah, so this lady had it out in California, bro, and they was asking for $3,000. I told the lady, I asked her to get with the lady. It's the lady who owned it is in like a nursing home or something. So I was ready to pay the $3,000, and the lady was like, "Okay, well, she want 1,000 for it now." And I asked her, I said, "Well, see how she want me to pay her, and I have the car shipped." Dude, look at the inside of this car, bro. Oh, it won't let me share it.
Oh, let me stop sharing. Go ahead and share. Let me give you permission to Thai City.
Ooh, that's clean.
Wow.
She ain't never drove it.
Damn.
I see why you ain't Cash App her, man.
That's just a manual too, bro.
So what happened, man?
What?
Yo, I called her back. I said, I called her back, and she was like, "I sold it."
Oh,
Damn.
Oh, look at this. Look, this right here. This is let me see.
that shit is mint, bro.
That's the old lady with the car right there.
That shit is mint.
Yeah.
would you-
Original
Wait, hey,
owner,
what part of Cali is she in?
It's got the original plates on it.
That's what I mean, dude. Those are like 80s plates, bro. Wait, those are like early 80s, right? Triz? The blue plates?
That was before my time. Those
Well,
places-
yours are like what, like the white plates, the white Cali plates when you were
Yeah.
a kid? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. That was
white,
that
yeah.
was before those. That was when I was a kid, like when I was little. The blue ones. Hey, Ty, what part of Cali was she from?
Ty might be muted.
Oh, okay.
Hey, look how clean
God
it is.
damn.
What year
I
is
mean,
that?
come on, man.
Dude, that's like a 80, no, it's actually like I think it might be a 79 or an 80.
Yeah, that's like a 79. It's a two-door, bro. Like, you never see the two-doors, and when you find them, they're automatic.
Dude, I remember these cars when I was a kid. Like when I was like 4 years old and shit.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I think that
Wow.
Ty City should have set his Cash App up for automatic, man. If he had smart
Man,
contracts,
dude.
Oh, but that's the thing, though, bro. She was supposed to tell me how I was going to send the money, and she never did.
yeah, Ty City should have booked a flight. That's what you should.
Man, the hell, man,
Nah, he would
look.
have been too late. Nah, that lady needed that money right away. That's why she sold it so quick.
That's true too, man.
Yeah, and I searched again. It's for sale with tinted windows right now for $4,000.
Get out of
Who
here.
tinted the windows?
Oh,
You got a fishbowl in that.
Yeah, man. I mean, look at it's got a cover on the dash with no cracks. It's got the old Mazda steering wheel.
Dude, where in Cali? Where was she? Where was she?
I forgot the name of this. The
Look
city.
at the roll down window joints.
Yep.
Yeah, but this car don't have a seat.
It don't have what?
Yeah, it does. That car don't have a C-pillar, so it's all window on the side. They look cool as shit.
Yeah, when the windows come down, yeah.
I missed out on that car, man.
Wow,
that shit hurt me bad, dog. I deleted the text thread and everything, bro. I was so fucking pissed.
You kept the pictures though. You kept the pictures though.
Yeah, I only got the pictures because I downloaded them out of the text thread. Bro, I was so fucking high, bro. And that's one of those things where you don't talk to nobody for a whole day.
Yeah, man, you just kind of like
you start questioning the meaning of life.
That's what I'm saying. You just kind of sit in the corner, dude, and just be like looking around and shit.
Crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can find it again, man. I'm gonna show y'all. This motherfucker got it for sale. I know how much he got. I still might.
They're in Cali. They're in Cali.
Yeah, it's in Cali, yeah.
Yo, if
Dude, pull it up, dude. Find that shit, man.
Yeah,
Let's
if
see
you
what
get a
they
flatbed
at.
pickup, man, a flatbed pickup truck, man, and just slide that sucker up on it.
Man, find that shit, man. Like,
yeah. So this is the video that Matt Farah did last year or 2018.
okay.
Supercharged NSX versus the Lotus Evora 400. So he said, for all intents and purposes, they're both the same car.
Oh,
That NSX looks so clean. Like, I know y'all don't like the flush mount lights, but I love them.
they're okay.
Y'all like the pop-up light version.
Yeah. That's just I like,
I don't like those because it was a reason for the pop-up lights. They had to make these look like it was a purpose for them.
There's the infamous shift knob.
Then he done pulled that parking brake. Look how high he done pulled the parking brake up.
Huh?
You saw how he pulled the parking brake up?
How high he pulled it up?
It's like almost 90 degree for the e-brake.
Yeah, like what is he doing, man? That's something Ty City would do.
It was only a matter of time.
Put a parking brake.
I don't like what they did to the inside of that car. I'm not a big fan of big double dings and shit like that.
Yeah, Ty City hates technology, man.
I mean, I like period correct stuff, like wheels and just certain accessories and things. They got to be period correct, man. I don't
like Liberty Walk body kits.
Yeah, Ty City's okay with that. He's
okay with that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's okay with Bernie Sanders. Feel the burn. All that stuff.
But Ty City, I tell you what, Ty City, you have your period correct NSX with your period correct FUBU jersey.
God damn.
For me, it'd be Carl Kanai. If I had to, it'd be Carl Kanai.
Okay.
No disrespect.
Carl Kanai
guy. Yeah, man.
Yeah, but I mean, right now, OfferUp just expanded the search criteria to nationwide, bro. I've been having a field day with it.
Huh.
You've been a fool with it.
A fool with it, man.
Finding all types of like barn finds and shit.
Yeah, I'm finna make y'all mad. I just bought another car. A first generation Toyota Cressida.
Oh man.
You gonna put a super motor in it?
Nah, the motor works. It just the tank need to be cleaned.
No, did you see them back seats?
No.
It's like it was no way anybody can sit those back seats. It's
No,
like
those
what
are child seats. They're child seats.
I don't even think you can fit a child seat because some of them child seats got to face backwards.
Well, what car is this? The
The
Evora?
Lotus.
Yeah. I think what Super Triz is referring to is this right here.
Look, what the heck? I mean,
Oh,
come on.
that's tight.
You're supposed to lay across the seat.
No, my son can sit back there.
Yeah, that's what they put them for. They're for toddlers.
No, but look at where do you put your legs at? You can't. There's no space.
Man, y'all know how they.
It's for that.
They sit Indian style.
Nah,
Y'all
it's
know
for
why
that
they put those
spoiler,
seats
man.
back there.
Nah, it's for that spoiler that was dating that WM who had no legs.
Oh, shit.
You sit in the back.
No, they
No,
sit
but
Indian style.
Y'all know why they put those seats in there, right?
for insurance purposes.
Yeah,
So that way you get a lower insurance rate.
Yeah, then it could be classified as a passenger car.
Yep. Make a world of a difference. Yeah, that's like $100 a month. If you an unmarried man, that's like $100 a month difference.
But I also think it got something to do with like international trade.
It might, yeah. You may
Because
either like qualify for something.
Back in the days, Subaru put out that Subaru Brat, which is like a El Camino type. Actually, it's
Yeah,
just
they
like
made
a
them
small
put seats
truck.
in the back. Yeah,
Then
they made
they
them
put seats in the back because the Japanese trucks were selling like a motherfucker, and Ford, Chevy, and everybody else was crying about importing all these trucks.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, if you can't get an NSX Type R, like Matt Ferris says, man, for all intents and purposes, Evora will be the same thing. I've driven this Evora, but I haven't driven the new one. Well, actually, I did drive the new one.
What's the ticket on those?
On these old ones, these
Yeah.
400s, you
The one like he driving right there, yeah.
yeah, you probably can get them about 50, 55.
Really?
Yeah, I was at the dealership and someone had one there with 60,000 miles on it. He said there's zero problems.
But you know what? From what I heard about the actual Evoras, the fit and finish is kind of shoddy, especially for a car that costs that much new. Like when you look at like some of the body panel gaps and like the in the interior, the dashboard dash panel gaps, and there's like certain things that just look like and some of the stuff is uneven. Like
on Gen 1, Evoras, yes, but on Gen 2, this last iteration, no, that's a difference. So the first one did have some issues. It was pretty clunky together, but the second one that Matt is driving, that one is fine, and the one that just came out a few months ago, that's actually this is even better. So it feels better to me. It feels tight, like it's a Porsche.
Yeah.
Someone just dropped something else in here. Okay. Yeah, I'm still looking for a car now, so. Yeah.
I see that. I love when the mirrors is mounted on the fender like that. I love that.
Until
Nice.
California bikers come by, when those Seattle bikers come by and then knock your mirror off.
Nice.
I'm finna drop the link. I'm finna drop a link in the chat real quick.
Okay.
That is nice right there.
See, Mike, you gotta know how to see. This is how you handle Seattle bikers. When you see them coming, just open your car door and let them run right into it. Flip over the bike, flip over the handlebars. That's how you handle them.
Hey, Trish, you guys ever watch Portlandia?
No, I've heard of it.
Man, look, it's one of the funniest shows. It's literally up there with
I just
Seinfeld.
dropped it in there,
Like,
Mike.
it's like one of the funniest like modern sitcoms, dude. And like
See,
they did like these skits and shit, right? And so like one reoccurring skit they had was like this character, Fred Armisen. He played like this biker. He's like a bike messenger, and you know the whole show takes place in Portland, Oregon, and it's like it's a whole bunch of these scenes, dude, where like it's the shit that you was talking about. This dude's like trying to like he's all like being aggressive, like all like move. Yo, I'm on a bike, right? And like he starts getting on people's nerves and shit. So like one dude
yo,
just
man.
walks the door.
Yep.
That shit is dope.
One of my coworkers that happened to her. You know, she want to ride the bike to work every day. You know, thinking she like, you know, got her little outfit on and stuff like that. One day on the way to work, somebody opened the door, sent her flying right over them handlebars. She never rode her bike again.
Damn.
Hey, Mike, I dropped that link.
Yeah, let me get to it. I was just going through it because Zone dropped the this in there.
Look at that interior.
I like
Yeah,
it,
dude,
man.
that's what I'm saying. These the 4-doors though, man.
I love classic Japanese, man.
It's that same car, bro.
That's the one. That's it.
Did he put any mileage on it?
I didn't check, but that's the same car, dog.
That shit, they done rose the price. It's 45 now.
Yeah, he wanted
That's
for some.
Yeah, it's a 1980.
It's still worth it.
Damn.
He's making out, man. You know,
Where? Hey, where's that located, dude?
Bloomington, California.
Bloomington.
Oh, I know exactly.
Hey, you know,
where that-
hey, Triz, that's right next to Fontana.
Yeah, I know exactly. I know exactly where Bloomington is at.
Yeah, see, it's got tinted windows now.
Shit.
But I would have tinted the windows too, because I wouldn't want that interior to get cracked and faded either.
nah, you gotta be fishbowl status, man.
So if it's
man.
in Bloomington, it's probably a Hispanic guy that got it.
Probably.
Yep.
Dude,
Yep.
when you
Yep.
when you roll those windows down, bro, dog, that car, that is a cold design, bro.
Wow.
I've never seen a 2-door in person.
Hey, Complex,
Yo.
where you at in California?
Huh?
Where you at in California?
I am up in Kern. I'm like right like on the other side of the Los Angeles Crest Mountains.
So you Kern, is that towards the coast or that's towards the interior?
No, it's going towards the interior.
So you
Like
over there,
like agriculture.
so you over there
yeah,
like south
farmland.
You south of Beaumont.
No, north, dude. I'm north of I'm like I said, I'm north of LA, dude. I'm on the other side of the grapevine of the Los Angeles Crest Mountains.
So okay, so you like
heading
there,
up towards like if you were to take like the 5 and you're heading up towards like Fresno, heading up towards like Frisco and stuff.
Okay.
Right when you come off of the other side of the mountains. Have you ever drove up that way, or did you if you ever went up, you would take the.
Oh wait. You up there by? Are you up there by like Madera?
No, I'm not that far up. Hell, no. Like I said, I'm just literally just right on the other side of the mountains.
He's like half an hour away from West Hollywood.
Yeah, man.
Nah, it's more
car
like 50 minutes an hour.
Yeah,
Like I'm like close to Buttonwillow, dude.
This car broke my heart, dog. That shit broke my heart, bro.
Hey, Complex, you probably you about 3 hours from Bloomington then, right?
No, I'm like maybe 2 hours.
Hey, you know,
45 2 hours.
You know, it'll be a cold twist of fate. Tie City Complex
What?
come on the next train, taking pictures of the car that he bought, and it's that car that you see right there.
Man, you know what?
Hey, Zona's
I
closer
wouldn't
than
even
I
be
am.
mad, bro. At least somebody I know got it. That make me happy.
Yeah, Zona's closer than I am, man.
It'll be my pleasure for you to tell this scumbag you know exactly what he paid for.
Dude, why you robbed that old lady?
dude, I when I miss out, bro, I used to take it the wrong way, but man, every time something better always pops up, man, and I learned to handle that shit better. But man, when you come across something like that, you got to strike, bro. I was hounding this old lady. I was like, "Did you find out? Did you find out?" She's like, "I'm gonna let you know. You this fucking lying bitch." I'm getting mad again.
Because he put the dice mirror mount accessory on there, man. It had to be who it had to be, man. So
My brother.
nah, man, you crazy. No more animals doing things like that.
Well, they took it had rosary prayer beads around there from the pictures I got.
I told
we'll
you
call
it's
it
in
hope.
Bloomington. It's somebody Hispanic got it, man. I'm telling you.
Look how clean the original paint is, though, bro. Dog, all right, you can close it.
No, let me ask him a question. Do you know Ty City?
Yeah, I know. Do you know Ty City?
Yeah. Hey, this is my car. It belonged to my grandma. She said somebody stole it, and now I got to get it back.
Damn, that's in Bloomington, dude.
Yeah.
Like literally, dude. Like, yeah, I grew up right next to Bloomington.
I used to be in Bloomington all the time.
What the hell
So
are
the
you doing in Bloomington, dude?
Well,
the
I mean,
controversy around this car was that it was supposed to have a rotary, and they didn't put one in there. But a lot of people swap rotaries into them.
Right. That's what I've seen. I've seen with rotaries in them.
Yeah, but I mean that two-door, man, so rare,
That
dog.
is cold. That is cold.
Extremely
Man.
rare, dog. Extremely rare, dog. That
Yeah.
two-door with a 5-speed.
Yeah, that's cold right there.
Yeah, but
Hey, Triz, what was you doing? Man, what was you doing in Bloomington, dude? You messing with them old tackhead broads over there?
well, I had a homie that lived in Bloomington, so we would go out there, go pick him up because he didn't have a car, so I had to go out there pick him up and go up and down. What was that? It's a diagonal. I don't know if it's the San Bernardino. One of the streets over there it's a diagonal street that runs all the way through Bloomington, and we used to go, I can't remember the name of that street is, but I want to say it's Bernardino Street or something like that.
It might have been San Bernardino Boulevard.
Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was that diagonal street that was up and down there. Yeah, we used to be up in Bloomington.
Yeah, I had homies that was like messing with chicks over there, man. And like it was like, I don't know, it was kind of like trashy over there.
Oh yeah,
But they used to be like Bloomington chicks. It was like easy pussy over there, and I was just like, ugh.
Well, I mean, like
what you think Triz was doing over there? He give you.
That's why I was asking, man, what you doing over there in Bloomington, fam? Like,
pick up his homeboy.
Listen,
yeah, right.
Look. Let me tell you what I used to do. We used to go. We used to get in the car.
Please don't.
Hold on. Let me tell you this. We used to get in the car and we would go to the continuation school and just
wait. You used to go to Citrus? Wait, you used to go to Citrus?
Yep.
Oh,
right to the continuation school. Because listen, that's where that's where the thoughts was at, man.
Oh my god, dude!
That's
what the
ghetto as
fuck, bro?
fuck.
That's some ghetto.
Let me find out y'all niggas used to do the same shit.
That's what you used to do.
Oh no, dude. The reason why I'm cracking up is because I had homies that did the same shit. Man, look, dude, I never kicked it over at Citrus. I went to Fontana, bro. Citrus was just right down the street.
I went to Eisenhower.
You went to Ike? Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, you Ike mob? Nigga, it's
Yeah,
fall
Ike
over
mob.
here, dude. It's fall over here, fam. What you? No, we set
Ike
tripping,
mob?
man. What's up? No.
Hey man, hey, I got.
We went to right, dude. Literally, Fontana and Eisenhower, dude. Those are rival high schools, bro. Like real shit.
I got beat up at Rialto High, right?
What?
Yeah,
Whack Alto.
Me, and the guy that lived in Bloomington. He said he knew some girls, and they said meet him at Rialto High.
Don't ever mess with no chicks from Rialto. Don't ever mess with no chicks from Rialto.
Man, these guys showed up with a baseball bat, beat the hell out of us, man.
Look, no, I was just gonna say the areas that we talking about, man. This is like the hood spots in Cali. Like, yeah, Rialto shit like that goes down, dude. Like that, San Bernardino.
Yeah, I got me and my cousin got chased. We got chased out of San Bernardino, like literally chased. Hey man, we done had some stories, man. Got
Why
chased out of
didn't you?
Real.
Why? Wait. Why weren't you kicking it in like Rancho and Upland and shit? Nigga, the chicks were finer over there.
You
It
know
was
what? It's
nicer.
like
what the fuck, dude?
He hadn't modified the SHO yet.
Look, let me tell you what me and my homies was doing, dude. Like, we was like, dude, we were seniors in high school. We were seniors in high school, dude. Like 17, bro. We used to be over at the Claremont colleges. There used to be the spot called like the Bomb Shelter, right? It was an underground jazz club. Nigga, we was like 17, nigga, posted up in there smoking cloves and shit in a fucking jazz club at 17. And then we like bounce from there and go hit the pool hall. Nigga, we was lamping, bro. Like, nigga, we wasn't fucking with all that Rialto shit. I gotta be real with you. Like, I had homies, but like some of my real ones though, dude. Like, that's how I know. Like, I'm laughing because I had homies, like real tight ones, man. But they was like, man, they couldn't really fuck with like the jazz scene and shit. So they was like, hey, man, look, nigga, we got these chicks, man. We were on the Bloomington. I was like, damn, all right then.
bro, Space
oh,
Cowboy.
hey, it's Bloomington Ave. I just looked it up.
Is it Bloomington
Space
Avenue?
Cowboy.
Bloomington Avenue.
Space Cowboy. I was pissed, bro. Trust me, dog.
What's up? Wait, Space. What you talking about, Ty?
No, check the chat.
Yeah. So I was hot, bro. When she told me, she was like, "Yeah, I already sold it." Bro, I think all the wind was gone. I couldn't even say that. I just hung up.
No, you knew you was never getting that one again.
Yeah, man. And if I do, that's the thing, bro. When you find them like that, even if you find another one, it's not the same, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Let it go, man. Let it go.
No, it's hard to let go. I got some cars in my mind, bro, that I missed out on. Either I was like trying to underbid the guy or trying to be super negotiator or whatever. But man, something that one stung, dog. I'd had a lot of wins though, so I'm good on that. I had a lot of wins
because they want to pull.
What was that?
You cut out, Mike.
Can you hear me?
There you go.
Okay, I can hear you now.
Okay.
What's up, Kels?
Hey, Complex. How are you?
Good. You got any input on the car discussion here?
You're just determined to get me involved in the conversation, aren't you?
Yep.
Let her talk.
No, I don't.
Well, you know what though? See, I'd rather Cocaine Kills. You know, shout out to Cocaine Kills. Like, if it's something that she doesn't know about, she's not gonna just start talking about stuff she don't know about. Now, some people get on the mic. I'm not gonna say who it is. The person's not here right now, but I'm not gonna call him out like that.
The last female that popped up during a car talk, I had just hopped off, fam.
No, it wasn't. This is not a female. This is a guy. And a guy came up here, and he didn't know what the hell he was talking about, but he just got embarrassed. I want to say 2-3 days ago, getting up on the mic, don't know what he's talking about. So if you don't know what you're talking about, like certain subjects, like a lot of the
Brittany? Was it Brittany?
No.
Oh,
it was a guy.
No. This he wanted to know if the Volkswagen Beetle had was a 4-door or not.
Wait, what the hell?
Trolled.
Nah,
what
he was trolling, man. Trish said, "Do you know where you are?"
I missed that? Check this out, Mike. This individual went on BGS stream. BGS had a good stream going. I forgot what we was talking about, but it was going good. And then this individual gets on it.
Wait a minute. Go ahead.
You know what I'm talking about, Complex?
Yeah, I do.
Hey. Now, Complex, did you hear when I got on? And I was like, "What is this? What is this weird nonsense?"
Look, dude. I was coming out on my break, and I grabbed my phone, dude, and I literally came in right when you did that shit.
Hey, but you should have heard what he said before that.
I didn't hear what he said. I heard you saying what you just said.
Okay, let me tell you what he said before that. This is the reason why I got so upset. No,
Okay.
did you hear when Angry Man came on after
No,
me?
it was literally only like 3 minutes, dude. I heard you.
Oh, you should have heard when Angry Man came on, because I was trying. I was at least a little bit nice. I think I thought he was gonna cry but anyways. So we was having a conversation, and he gets on the mic, and he's like, he kept trying to jump in and like say stuff, and like all of a sudden he's like BJS, can you clear the panel and just me and you just talk, just the two of us? And I was like, what?
Was it Chaos Rain?
I wasn't there that day, but my name's Bennett and I ain't in it.
I'm trying to think of all the annoying motherfuckers.
That's between y'all.
I'm trying to think of all the annoying motherfuckers, man. It's either Cyberspace, Brittany, or Chaos Rain. Or Gabe A.
Let's go.
Hey, Complex, is that stream still up?
Huh? What?
Is that stream still up? Because
yeah, it might be.
Watch it.
It might be. I think so.
Ty, listen. Let me tell you something. This was the wildest stream.
So wait. So Tris, what happened?
Well,
you said yeah. He absolutely. Okay, so he cleared the panel. Then what?
No. But he would no. At first, no, he was like literally begging BGS. I just want to talk, just me and you, just the two of us. Can you clear? Like now, this is a panel during prime time, full, and he gets on a mic talking about, I need some alone time with you, and everybody's like, and you just see the chat. The chat was like, yo, what? I mean, it sounded really, really creepy. Like it was like really weird.
Okay.
Like, cause like here you are, a grown man, coming on asking a grown man
can alone time with you.
Yeah, I mean, it was the wildest. It was the wildest thing I've ever in my life. And then,
I don't know what y'all talking about.
But hey, you know what? And if that wasn't bad enough, the reason why he wanted to get him alone is because he wanted to talk to him about another YouTuber who promotes femininity, who offers courses on femininity.
Okay,
man,
so he was upset.
About, Trish?
No,
you said the name, dude.
Did I say his name?
Yeah,
or
you
no?
did. Yeah, you did.
I'll tell you.
Okay.
I'll tell you in the back. Cocaine was there. Cocaine was there. Ask Cocaine if I'm lying. She was there.
Just check the chat.
What?
Oh,
Cocaine actually left the name.
Yeah.
It was the weirdest thing I've ever heard in my life.
That's funny. That is funny.
No, dude. Okay, so wait, what the fuck? What happened, dude?
Well, he was trying to. He wanted to get at BGS about the lady who promotes and offers courses on femininity. He was trying to come. He was trying to swoop down with his cape.
Oh.
And protect her honor.
Oh.
So that's what the whole thing was about. But anyway, just the way he did it, he wanted to clear and it was like, and so he started asking all these weird questions, like all these corny dump, like why even asking that? And we finally got to the point was that he was trying to.
Oh yeah, I heard this.
You heard that.
I heard it, bro. And it was like that was almost done. And he said, "Oh yeah, one more thing. You know she can sue you, right?" It was downhill from there. Yeah.
Oh shit!
I heard that. Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, it was that was listen, that was the wildest stream I've heard since I've been on YouTube. I'm not lying.
Wow.
I don't know. I had a wild one with Cynthia G the other day.
But did you hear what Angry Man came on and start clowning them?
No, dude, no.
And I was in the chat going off. I was like, yeah, if you want to hear more of this great content, subscribe to his channel. And I was really trolling. I was on my troll bag that day.
I might go get another beer and entertain myself and listen to it tonight. Just maybe.
Yeah, it's worth it.
Yeah,
what's up?
Good time to end this live stream.
Yeah.
Y'all not gonna let Kels talk?
Kels already.
Oh shit.
Hi,
Sorry,
City.
Kels.
There she is.
There she
Hi,
is. Hey,
City.
Kels. What's up?
Hi. Contrary to what you've been around, this is me. So no, I'm not going to talk.
Well, cocaine. Did you enjoy that stream the other day?
I did. I did.
Yeah.
I felt sorry for him though, but
Cocaine, you was caping for him hard in the chat.
because he's a wheelchair.
Oh,
You know when you start putting those
You know what?
wheelchairs, I thought you were saying crib. I was like, what the fuck they know about wheelchairs?
You thought I was saying what?
like
Crip,
she thought
like
she
the
thought you
game
making a
Crip.
gang reference.
No.
No,
I
no,
was
no,
saying-
no. Somebody was in the chat saying, "Oh, he got Asperger's." I was all kind of stuff. I was like, I don't know if they was joking or what.
Oh, okay.
Ass.
Boom boom. No, there's something obviously wrong with him. So, I mean, I've talked about chaos so many times. I think I just felt bad.
Whoa. We're not saying names.
I didn't mean to say that.
Hey, Triz, it's another individual who gets stupid drunk and hop on these panels. I don't know if you heard him yet.
Is he YouTube royalty?
Dog, he on his way.
What?
It's a new guy. He be drunk.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
He popped up on Ramil. He just started going into some deep family shit, all fucking drunk, talking about his daughters.
Wait, you mean there's a new guy like on the manosphere scene?
Yeah, bro, this dude be drunk as shit, dog. It's like,
the winos in the manosphere, man.
What?
yeah, Black
Are you
YouTube
serious?
is lit, bro. It's lit.
I can't deal. I can't deal. I'll just take it. I'll just take
go.
your guys' word for it, man.
It's better than TV. I'm telling you, dog.
Holy shit.
But yeah, complex. I mean, not complex. I'm sorry. He, the guy you were referring to, Super Triz. Yeah, he just kind of hops on. But he usually has like a chaperone, and I was trying to contact his chaperone, to try to get him to come and get him off the panel before he like really
Embarrass himself.
Yeah,
Wait,
but
he got a chaperone?
I call him his chaperone, but yes. Typically he does. I'm sorry.
I don't know what to say.
Well, cocaine. I'm thinking maybe you can kind of take him under your wing.
No.
Matter of fact, cocaine. Why don't you interview him and like really dig into see what's really going on with him. Dig into him.
No, I don't think he likes me too much actually, because before I knew what his what was wrong with him, I really was trolling him hard. So, I've kind of messed that up.
Well, I mean, I didn't know. Honestly, I'm gonna lay off of him because I didn't know he had a condition. I thought he would just, some people just, I don't know what the word I'm looking for,
Dude,
but
I'm gonna go and I'm gonna listen. I'll listen. I'll
Dude,
just
my
listen to that
favorite
part.
my favorite content creator is Big J Triple X, bro. I don't give a fuck what anybody say, bro. Dog, Big J be going the fuck off, dog. It is hilarious, dog.
Well, your name has been in his titles a couple of times, Ty City.
Yeah, I know. I've been blocked him, man. He keep unblocking me. I don't know why he keep unblocking me.
What the hell?
He keep unblocking me. So I just go in there and I just troll the shit out of him. He just go into like a stuttering madness. It's fucking funny.
Wait, you don't think the blocking has something to do with the trolling? One
The what?
begets the one. You don't think one begets the other?
Well, because I go in there sometimes just to see if I'm blocked.
You're like I troll the shit out of him. I don't understand why I'm blocked though.
No,
I mean, Ty City trolls everybody. Like, oh goodness.
It's like there's no gas in the car. I don't understand why it won't start.
No, because you know what? I was trolling over there on B1, and then I started getting like really interesting responses out of that circle, and I ain't gonna lie. I like it. It's some fucked up shit that people
I
think.
know.
Oh my god.
you go too far off the deep end, they delete the video.
Yeah, you gotta stay over like waist deep, man, waist deep.
Well, Super Triz, I tried to help Ty City just like I did Chaos, but Ty City is he does whatever he feels like he needs to do. So initially he was blocked or timed out in B1 several times, more than that actually. And then he just started getting on the panels trolling. So the entire chat does not like
Taz gave
Ty
me a
City.
wrench. Taz gave me a wrench so they wouldn't keep blocking me. So I respect him for that.
Yeah,
I'm just
I
trying to
know
get
Ty
direct
City.
answers from people. That's my thing. I just want direct answers. I don't want to dance with you. I just want the answer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yes, Gabe. This is actually this
Oh.
is the Black Manosphere version of The View. The Black.
Let's end it right now, man.
Is that what he said?
No.
Wow. Okay.
No, you were just joking. He said it's just the gossip hour.
Yeah, let me
Nah,
end it now because
this is bitch made, Gabe.
All right, thank you all for joining us. Peace and shalom.